Hmm. Good day, everybody. One love always. This is Adwoa Odo Mensa and Sofo Samuel Okoso. Hope say yes we are doing in Shira Obia Huye. And now a marriage lesson 12. And the topic we're going to discuss today is bitterness. Bitterness. And some more like so for sometimes some of the topic, make up like it's like so big.
Yeah.
I can't even fathom with that. So for me more kwaba.
Yeah, no,
Hello.
man.
This one dum ni shira me hu ye pa na won swear.
So, Yankopon adom. Na otwa kwa abro abetu yan with COVID yi na nyame da su kra yan ya. Na ka se nyame adom ara.
No correct, yeah, the Yehovah ase. So for to say sometimes in line they will be people who are not kicking me out. Say be a kasa na say kicking me out. Ubetimi a kasa still actually wadwin. And then I will rejoin you. Minim di nti aye money basa, but sometimes it just does. Na hey Bishop Michael Abwadegansa, wow, what a wow. And then the one landed quick. Bishop Michael Abwadegansa said, good evening, Adwoa and Pastor Samuel. Good evening as well. Bishop Michael Abwadegansa. So for Samuel, to say, you say, you call our room, Nasi ye can't bitterness now. I mean, it is a bitterness, when I say the word now, the first thing that pops in my head is resentment, right? When you resent someone now, what does that mean? And I say a DNT and a massa adeno. That kind of emotions, or emotion, it develop it.
Yo. I'm trying to ya. Sanke ka the word bitterness ne dia. And I say bibi e bitter. I can for the ka say dey bia air yum.
No correct.
Bia air yum. And I bitterness. Na de be ya tie fo nso beti asent. Yem fa ne say yawdie ma se onipa di yaw e wo bibia asi akoso ana aba na kwan mu na se de osi hu ade no hu ne se enwum ana ye ne ja ama eburo so ta ade na ye ne ja ama ne buro so no anu ana oboni de obeka na pepepe se bitterness se ne bi kan se enwum na abifo mu de be ade bi akoso wo mabura bom ana mini pedue ma na ma wale mu a enwunu a ye me ja eno ena etisa enti ye be sha ase kakra efi Isaiah ene me twi ba we naba ntene me nkafuro ofu ntene me kan de twi me dire se ama mo ba ofu no so betumi aka ne sabat ye be preference ni nyame ado ye beti ase Isaiah chapter 1 Isaiah chapter 1 verse 2 to 3 asam kakra bi ho ene na ye de eye adwuma
Messania process here. Yeah.
I say, I want to can say, Osuru muntie na asase yaso na Awurade ebekasa. Awurade say, manya mma ema wanyini na memma na mama won so na won de wabɔ me soko na nhwie nim ni wura na funumu ni wura di data na Israel de wonim me na me man so eni me ho nte ase.
Hi.
Well, Awurade bitterness na sa Awurade de end you know. I say manya mma e ma mananyi maboa mo e ma manya ba bia agina. Ma pija mo mama basoro. Mama manya asetena pa e wo matena mu. nanso omo bo me soko
Mhm.
yes omo enyuma ye omo rebel against me
My
enti
God.
onyankopɔn di ho ya sɛ saa bere no Israelfoɔ ɛne saa bere yɛn nso onyame apigya a yɛn agyina baabi na afi yɛnkae awurade bio nti awurade ka kyerɛ sɛ hwɛ ɔde mmoa mmienu na ayɛ adwuma camel ɔse hwɛ afurum anim ne wura ɛna nantwie ɔno nso onim adaka a odidi mu nanso memanfoɔ deɛ ɔmo nnim me nti wei ɛne awurade bitterness a anaasɛ yawudi a na awurade di ɛwɔ nipa ho nti afei yɛmfa mmra awareɛ mu ne yɛnhwɛ awurade sɛ manyɛɛ mo ama mo anyim maboa mo ama mo ayɛ yie nea ɛdi kan a ɛma bitterness na kɛseɛ paa ne sɛ obi aboa obi ɛwɔ awareɛ mu na onipa no agyina na onipa no yɛ baabi asi na afei ɔmo titi no
Wow.
anaasɛ ɔwu sɛ ɛba ne saa no a ɛhɔ ne na bitterness no ɛhyɛ aseɛ wɔ hɔ
Jesus Christ of Nazareth.
nti saa na ɛhyɛ aseɛ awurade aka ɔse maboa mo ama mo ayɛ yie mama mo so ahu manyɛ wo ama woanyi nyɛ sɛ woanyi nko a woyɛ nso masan ama wo so mayɛ wo nipa kɛseɛ mayɛ wo big man anaa big woman anaa what a big wife or a good husband ɛnɛ wɔyɛ baabi agyina but nya baabi gyina yie no afei wonkae me awurade wonkae me a meboa wo bio bi ebi a woku anaa wo yere no wonkae me bio na sɛ wonkae me bio bi a na sɛ afei o kyerɛkyerɛ ho kyerɛ me a ai kasa afei wahyɛ aseɛ sɛ o ma yɛ di ho yaw wɔ saa papa no a mede mu awo no ho nti na wɔyɛ asetena mu no saa na nipa brabɔ nso ɛteɛ
Hey, I asɛm o kyɛ question kora me bɛbusa kora mpo no sɛ ahyɛ me so ɔn sɛ sɔfo te sɛ nipa yɛ emotions no ɛdɔɔso aho enti no te sɛ sɛneɛ me kaa sɛ resentment wo kaa sɛ ɛkɔ yɛ twi kasɛm a ɛyɛ yaw which is true right te sɛ nipa ebenya yaw bi ɛwɔ ne mu ɛsan sɛ ne ho kafoɔ anaasɛ obi a ɔcareful ayɛ nadeɛ bi ɛna ayɛ ne ya akɔ ne mu ɛho te sɛ kwasiabuo etimi ma obi bɛyɛ bitter sɛ ɛyɛ fɛ ne sɛ ɛyi ntwa to soɔ etimi bɛ ɛma nipa ɛyɛ bitter ɛna sɛ wo wia wɔ bi when you steal from someone na sɛ nipa no hu sɛ yɛ wo ɛna wawie adeɛ afiri ne hɔ a ɛno nso etimi ma no ɛyɛ bitter towards you so ɛho ɛna sɛ bi a mɛfa ne sɛ wote wɔ awareɛ mu na wadamfo bi anaasɛ wo nua bi anaasɛ wo neighbor bi ɛde ne ho ɛbɛhyɛ wɔ awareɛ mu a wotumi nya saa bitterness no anaasɛ me twa fa nkyɛn
abi ɛno ano no so wɔn sɛ mpɛ pii no deɛ ayɛ na ɛka kɔ so ɛwɔ yɛ asetena ɛne abrabɔ mu ɛfa kɛseɛ no gyina saa nneɛma yi so ɛno nti ɛna yɛsrɛ awurade sɛ ɛnɛ nso awurade ɛnam yɛn kyerɛkyerɛ nso bɛma atiefoɔ nso ate bi na ɔmo nso nimdeɛ ne ɔmo adwene ɔmo no ɔmo de aboa na yɛn nyinaa yɛtumi ayɛ yɛn ho aduro na yɛaware yɛ anigya yɛ na yɛahyɛ awurade anwun ampa sɛdeɛ osi kan yɛ yi ebia na ebia maame mfa wo deɛ na wi a me nso me de kakra ka ho ebia na ebia miku anaa me yere e discuss to baabi sɛ asika no ebia ɔde kwakɔ yɛ ade fufuo bi na me mafa mawia ne saa na mama adwene ene ade pa na anko anase nsusua na anko owo me ho no na ahase esesa enti ebe na di se anna nipa yi ompe me yie
no correct
ompese me koso ompese me gina anaso sɛ de kan kan yi mpempi no nipa bebre wo ha omo aware mu a sa issue bi ba anase problem bi ba anase problem na yɛ instead sɛ omienu sɛ de kan sɛ deda no omo yɛ mature ntino omo betena ase na omo ka ho asɛm no afi wo bɛ sɛ ba akwa akwa third person abam Eyadia esai aware papa eyadia e the bitterness eye adwuma papa ebi sɛ nipa bebre wo ha omo pɛ nipa bebre wo ha mo mpɛ sɛ omo asɛm bɛkɔ abɔnten
yeah but Sofo me pa cho pause say eba ne sanso because yemu bi yempɛ sɛ yaware nsɛm ɛbɛkɔ abɔnten right even though yemu bi no ye hyase na emfa ye ho si yaware nsɛm ɛbɛkɔ abɔnten a ɛna nsɛm bi nso wɔ hɔnom na sɛ wanka na wo de hyɛ wo ho a etimi escalate etimi sɛi enuoma bebree a nipa timi bɛhwere ne nkwa so enti sɛ mɛfa nsa wo yɛ okun anaasɛ wɔ yere na wo mpɛ sɛ wasɛm bɛkɔ abɔnten na wo nso wote hɔnom yi wo hu wɔ nsɛm bebree like yaw hyɛ wo mu wo nso a wo nka nkyerɛ wo ho kafo no ɛna wo nim kwan a wo bɛfa so a wo bɛ use wo words right wo bɛkasa na waka ne ɛhyɛ wakoma so ama wo ho atɔ because deɛ bebree a awarefoɔ mmaa mmarima maamenom papanom yɛ nananom ayi yɛ uncle yɛ auntie yɛ mma yɛ nti aseɛ ne sɛ obi wɔ hɔnom a adeɛ hyɛ ne so no wanka a etimi ɛma n'adwen ɛsɛe etimi ɛma ne yɛ stress ɛma ne yɛ depressed na wonya ya obi ɛwɔ wo ho na otimi de adwen bɔne ɛhyɛ ne tirim na wo yemu bi ka sɛ yɛntimi mfa ya waresɛm ɛnkɔ abɔnten no na sɛ mɛfa nsa saa waresɛm no nsɛm a ɛkɔ mu no ɛmmoa nipa ɛden a ɛkwan bɛ na nipa ne bɛfa so a obetimi express saa feelings no without offending ne ho kafoɔ ne okun anaasɛ wɔ yere anaasɛ abusuafoɔ
no kre ansa na asɛm bɛkɔ abɔnten no na nipa no yɛne no aka ɛwɔ dɛm ma na bi a ɔnte ase nanso deɛ wo ne sɛ nipa bebree wɔ hɔ a yɛnka asɛm no koraa no na ɔde akɔ abɔnten ɛnɛ ebinom ɛde ɔmo asɔfo ayɛ ɔmo nyankopɔn ayɛ ɔmo kun ayɛ ɔmo yere nti asɛm si a wɔyɛ no kakra bi a ayi sɛ ɔmo yɛ no bɛtena ase na ɔmo hwɛ asɛm na ɔmo asɔfo no kakra bi na ma ayɛ adwuma no her na ɔkɔ asɔre pani hɔ her na ɔkɔ ɔsɔfo hɔ her na ɔkɔ nipa bi a ɔde ne wura ase ne mu but wo nso nim ɔsɔfo no ana asɔre pani no ana marriage counselor wo no ɔno nso problem wɔ fam sɛ ɔno nso kana deɛ akyerɛ wo a ebia nka wo ka ro deɛ no kan kɛyɛ enti deɛ wo mu ne sɛ asɛm no deɛ ɛhyɛ yɛn so a yɛka na mmom no yɛ onipa bebree wɔ hɔ a ɔntumi ne no ku ana ne yere ɛntena ase nka asɛm obehu a na sɛ ɔbaa ne maame ana ne papa na ɔne ne ntam yɛ firi ɔbaa no akɔ phone ma ɔmɛhwɛ de akɔsu ayɛ ma da ɔmɛhwɛ de adwo ayɛ instead sɛ bi a deɛ anka ɔne yɛ ade no ɔno bɛtena fie na anasɛ ɔne bɛsɔre ahomakye bi na watena ase aka ho asɛm no daa bi saa deɛ no ɛhyɛ nipa bebree so nipa bebree mmarima ne mmaa bebree wɔ hɔ a anka ɔne ne ka saa asɛm no a ebi anka wofa phone na ɔde frɛ wo maame na ɔde frɛ ne maame anaa ne papa na ɔka kyerɛ no no anka ɔne ne yere anaa ne kunu ne tena ase ɛna anka ɔmo ka ho asɛm a anka ne mu de ɛde asomdwe bɛba sen sɛ ɔmo de bɛkɔ abɔnten gye sɛ ebi a na ebi a bɛrima anaa ɔbaa no mene na ka asɛm na asɛm koro na mene ne ka no ɛnoa na ɔyɛ ho adwuma nanso ɛne kwa no sɛ ɛnoa na ɔyɛ ho adwuma na yɛ pɛ obi aka kyerɛ no a ɛsɛ yɛ pɛ obi a yɛka asɛm sɛ deɛ metaa ka no yɛwɔ nipa wɔ hɔ yɛka asɛm kyerɛ obi ti yɛnka nkyerɛ ɔma no Any only baby so on the occur some channel now, no, they are any Okroma, and I never to do Hano. Now, what you must have the now what you must have the now what is Missy Hunty? You will nipa, you can't, you warrior some editor one. Now, so answer no, you gave me a reaction at China, I cannot any year, and of your share solution from outside. If you say you will be a or you'll be a Nenimu Yam, Bema, and so baby or Nenimu Yama, person and some power and things and he said, Menoti Hono, and I said, Mejere and Nukuna Menu Hono, Nasa, Asembiaba, no, my aunt Nancy and Can. Now, man, so I know, Oma, so I'm a very fool, Oma, so I saw for you, not a cotton anymore. A basana, Bema, or by the Befia. Unyasai bitterness no one say akwai oyama menima guas oyama megura yiti oba se dabi dabi onu udi nkomo na onu kan na ka try me say me nunya asama ha na ade beko na ka se wanya adwi bi woni mu say ade na wo ye no enkodie ma ne sa
enti Sofo enti say a bishop the year to say just say okay see ehu yenya entiase about bitterness and the cause of it, which is some of them we already mentioned. Boss of our the marvelous, knowledgeable, strong-willed, beautiful boss lady one, sister Equia Enima, welcome. Hey, this and then the all landing term, sister Ya Atobra, once we wakaba. And then Brother Joe Kinsley. Now, the meaning of a bitterness, no, it says, number one, sharpness of taste, lack of sweetness. Lack of sweetness, which is adia enyo, right? And then number two, it says anger and disappointment at being treated unfairly, and then you have resentment. Now, when you talk, you think about the causes of bitterness. Let's find out the causes of bitterness, because it say anything like.
Can already hear explanation? Can already hear the causes?
Causes of bitterness. Hey, what is the causes of bitterness? Let's see. Asamu.
But I share Isaiah na ye kan. Isaiah na ye kan ba ko Ewade say, "Mama wo so na manya emma ama wani nanso ene wabo me soko." Nti ehu say one cause aye wo mu no aye obi a oye ungrateful. Sometimes you know say ye di kan no. One say Ewade say mama wo so ye hear the feeling of anger na and I say maybe this like a feeling of deep and bitter. That is anger. Said okay, na.
Yeah.
Oh, anybody be over. Said the yedi can share the data. Maybe I be saying kono. Onya okun ana eyiribi. Na efa be no onipa no ewo week o ebi okra betu na ba say adwuma o ye ne enye.
No correct.
And the last me kan. Maybe I find say Mono more abochin de cake and win. Ebia, nebia, Bama, no, Bana, Quacuano, Ebia, Unipepes. Now, offer said, or don't you know, and I said that we didn't know. Obabuano, I must be a school grandpa, one for then education, no one good certificate. I will go to me there, Juma, at least the pay no so cost rock. Sadia when none for a sacrifice, it me at the man I'm looking for. But if you go and say, "Oh, you are putting a baby now," now if you untie the wire man, untie the wire man, no, I'm a woody ya. Say, overshare time, or spend day one. The quantum of money, or spend day one. any bebre o a unya wadaje edema ne say daachi bi oba beye excuse me to say oba beye nipa oyenipo o but ayakan kasa oba beye obi a ono nso betumi agyina ne nan so na mo nyina maka muti abum ede akwa aware no mu na fi oba na ba bi gyina ya afi o se afi na mako hu abrantie bi a ono ska what man if you are o dia answer down kono ono njina sanso na esi so ewo minim ni ba ebi ho a ebi kura wo ye friend san o da bere yati oba na wo Ghana ana ba ma no ewa brochiri although na ba ma no wa ha na mu siesi o so ba ya ware na ja akwantu ba nti ono se koso ho no mane de o mane no but edu ba bi no ana ono so be fa oba na de ho abrochiri afi oba no kodu abrochiri na onye adwuma ye epe wa ana oja ba ma no
Sadly, Sofo bebresi o, it goes either way, vice versa. So,
first course, a man bitterness near me. If you say, what I say, me, my yam, I'm a money. Show, said you'll be swa. Me fan say, O Massa, now I brought me I bought me car. I could be a you wish to send for anybody. About show. When we come to education, we spend more on the education. Now, if you are applying here, because me could do baby say there was a time they share a movie. Applying here, or quite now if you or Kobayano. I can't tell you, I say, more among to see Sika Usay now. I'm going to share now come time when you are quite now.
Hey, but that's impossible.
So, Otiamo we have you no money you because a cow board one will chairman. The air papa and it's okay, with a way, why can't say ayati? Ya bedroom. That one of our people friend friend said, who fear us and said, me banner me the canabro. Now, what you am.
Wow.
Indeed, Papa do honor, pet, and or dreamy castle soon, or one of call in the bedroom. Or could the bedroom honor, or shall bedroom and I Papa started say, excuse me, a press I should phone it here for him. Papa says, or toilet for them.
Oh my gosh.
No, I thought it's your car. I see
wow. And you notice how I'm wetty because what and only I'm dealing with you.
I just the Bible oh say oh no I say about a bedroom ho na first oba hall ho na nkunya o ka nyina bubum then papa oba na wana no was a different ade nji oya de na bi na kwa no tete just one day be no na no tete no then okay no I think papa abi na de ba no why you confused no okọ frɛ papa ni nua ba say until I said need the papaya sir. Papa say oh so say you sick man. If you sick man no what you I can't na me go no.
Oh my gosh. I mean in every situation, there's a cause and effect. On say and you maybe one ma we ya wukasa it may not be as effective as showing it. That is say if your man titi yemu no won't mean fact the same you can use the same tactics women because as no be a subai. Even like on said nipa penyimu na why no the first thing obi be doing is say nipa no or bodam or yare and so no one yare or yeah I'm a one who say okay new me ya because how can you ask wawofo say a car omo ball no almost that is impossible because the emotional stress, the psychological stress, the physical toll it takes on a person, a mother, a father to raise a child or children, you cannot put a price on that. It's sometimes nothing with bitterness, no, some of the causes we mention it, but I don't know, I think say it forms when the person is just helpless. It's like it's even worse than anger. It surpass anger because I say what pim, you don't have nothing else to do. So and you know, to say, brother, Joe Kingsley said something earlier. I wanted to like stress on that. Was it the situation calls for wisdom and trust, as well as positive attitude on both sides. Normally, situation arise here most of the time, you know. Say be a sofo meneu, emienu adofo ehwen etiefo ene abusuafo loved ones ehwen no. Ye nyina no ye betimi and make a decision to be on a different side in a matter of seconds. Esan say yenti ase any enim dia yewo and I say the emotions that we feeling because me fan say me wo odo Emma boss lady na me fan say boss lady ni wenya asema most of the time no asema boss ubeka no I will be quick to just assume say wo sofo una we are wrong emre kwa menti asem ni nyina ase o and then through that na asem ni nyamasem and so met me be develop some resentment be against you sana your society ni your community no most of us here too asem enya na asem obi timi jeboso so enti say what see asem a you say with me you so what dream in the not just say pause a minute not assess it what is happening and then voice out near what it won't see us by a move we act without thinking because me penipa we asem and he said no me enko ye man say bi obi aka asem bi a any ensem fata just menya sa ya obi ewo mimu na chese nipa no chese aha woni madam for boss wa asema minua boss wa asema chese wa kan be kame meboa and emotions bi a chese enye no ene be hwehwe yen yesi asem mpe nipa ne passem. Some of us, we look for things like that. Sometimes we put ourselves in a helpless way. And then man swaba so mommy akwaba Mrs. Ama Mensa. Mommy said, yes, this is true. You have to get up early and call your husband or wife. She didn't put the wife, but it could be either way because I man there be problems. Sometimes your man problems. You can't. No man unisex. Send your there will be fairness because bitterness, no. You see, when someone feels they're being treated unfairly, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then she says, mommy says, and discuss the matter with him or her. Settle the case in bed. Don't go outside and discuss with anybody. Now, so for my year, I say, I see a breaking up. I see a break. What can't some at home, but a beer one in the side. What's the I am past Okuni or Yiri Munya Asema. I say. Ano petutu no enyane wo honkafo say ye be ma no say your ba no unyane no na ma ka asem no na ma te say be ma bi wo honom ana so ba bi wo honom akonyane na amache kra wahu asum ana say ne bukura be fu say wase ne na ana say so for meboa
e wo ho na ade ya say na ade de bi aye kan say yenya enipa esuro Kristo suro ewo mu a saa nipa no ade enipa aya na tai no mo ka o tai no mo saa bre na omutumi enya abotrema
Because obet me afa so the abompire on.
Oh, say obi owa se me fan say me na bia me kan kasa enye e de kire wa mahunim and I be conscience na do na me da e no be sa kasa kire me say eh asama na oyiri kan de wan kan yi asama na ku kan de wan kan yi
obi owa no ma obe sori ni wa kasa yemfa ne say nipa no nya misro woni mu wono wa sori adi nkomo ba ye mema ne ye ma ne bi wo hono ma woni ne bedi nkomo no wo be pa achew ensu na achew pa no and it's not in free akomam wo feel say wo pese wo ayi che say wa pa wo chew if he say wo expect say obe pa wo chew no wa fa ne form so but say e chew pa na wa pa no wa resent to e woni na komamu because why na dream set to say asem no enye asem a ankaye say wo ye no big deal and woman ye kese because enye hwe enti no to say obi sa no wo ye den timi no edi nkomo ahomache na man say settle the case in bed ye Ghana for money bebre settle the case in bed is edie one no edie no ono fo say okun one ne yire eda na asem wo mumu a asem no eto atwa enso na ebi nso a asem no kire say yensha ani kurampo ni yakwase na eto atwa enti no settle in bed no it can mean anything me kan no matini o kan asio but obi nso kan a ono no ne de ne nti ase a obete ne say mo be sepe mo ho na mo ayi pam no twa no magem
ade ba ko ne say we say bonni na ye kan ho asem no Isaiah ye kan ho asem Isaiah chapter 1 verse 18 onyankopon say mommra mayeni e mommra mayeni na se mo bone tse da mara mampo a me awurade mekwa no ama na ye fita se sukyerema onyankopon na obo yen na kasakra no bra na eye ne yese wanya nipa ama wanyi nanso nipa abɔ no soko no owie no osan to nsa frɛ yen se yemra to ahu ono no aye owura wo na ye nkoa but esan se onyame ewa ahumogro na onyame eye odomfo nti no osan to nsa frɛ ye aye ne bɔne ne se yen samra aniti ena mede Kristo afam de agina ho mpembi no onipa one oye Kristo ni ana two onipa owa ahonim ana say the conscience to me kasa kire no no ontiti ni pata aboa
wow I see
sabo ya kan asem ya kan asem amun ti asa won awu safo no mutiti ni pata aboa
oh sir
oh yes obia ono ye bonni na asa won say wona wasa me mpacha wona me pacha won sa nipa no otiti ni pata aboa ontiti ni pata nipa
Sofo me pacho poso sa afofo no omu dosu pa American kromu ha ma inkanta sa ewo adwuma bi amaye pen we among like some family members and I say adamfo and I say me peers to say me classmates me nipa bi am school I have encountered that so me no me you say asamasi na say you don't feel who feel say wonye bone de wo kan ye ne ne wo ye no enye ade bi ye say me chindi ko me mu ana say me taking no say me taking it serious that's fine men pacho ana say me pacho ye ni hu nkomo ba wo feel say makoma mu no ebeti ama anti ma because say wo feel say wonye bone men pacho men ka say ena we see me patch or winti and now. Just say that's even disrespectful for you to even open your mouth and say it, because you being ignorant. So on your
because when you have a DB at you, ma oye boni a onipa bia owo nyame adum go ni usua no ana say onipa bia na honim ekasa kire no oye boni ohu
no cre Sofo ba obi wo ho no ma woni nuhu bibia ubeye bia no oni sa empathy no woni mu, like compassion. They're not compassionate to say like when you're not the trasa, but say me say when the table turns now send the hooker for mum and I yet sa towards him and answer her now. Bebe now we'll throw tantrums. Me pamucho penyi mu bia wotimi throw tantrums. Ni bufu ne ho na wo ye ne ho die ni ho no mo de, because it is why na de na chese ye ne ya na ahye ne ntino te say chese wo hu bi wo wi aseda mumu bi ni mo bi a wote sa na.
Oh, I mean, all say your friend say the woman say so obon bra na opese oye asodin oso no try say when you no hu e wo de oye no enti de bi hu ni say obi oho na sa ono no oye ade bi na ade no oye no ohu why na be say onimu a de be ka say sa nipa no sunsun bi awura ni mu enye nyam the to me no so ahantan to nipa yes pride. Those people are proud, you know. Time they are no, I'm first say they are the boss of their own. They don't care.
They know everything. They are kind of.
Oh, if you want to find out, what I tell you is I do and yet. Only there, why yet? The testimony and sounds no. Bible says, "When you go out the door here, at the bow nipa." And so everybody go hard at the snap that can't be on.
So what can say, Madam Fubi Taka as a monsieur before cry to say, come a drew your Susan Yami boy, no, not a Yana, and yet as I answer
because also the new restriction or however said the American obi aware mo ware acha say 1 year so obi a week points any baby are strong
obi o ha 5 years
acha pan 1 year say boom so when who say there na we go who sua there so ebra enipa osre ebra onsre ebra say enti baby a ho week no o be say o working on say weakness no say na be see tu ne o pe because baby o ye dey ho ne dey eni kwan say o ko obi but baby o ye week no and I say o work towards and na ho so e be ye papa e dey be already the good you know so
obi ohonom kwa oni sa ability no say obey identify ni weakness ni strong will no, which is weakness no, and ni strength no na onim which one obetimi a working on it na aboa no minyi ma me de any feel so because last part no and no that last part no and no hia me pa because
me dey you discuss no na be say me ko no say the mama ka say you discuss ade no in bed no ya share adwumadi ya say ya the maturity aye adwuma
no correct
obi oye mature obi no soon ne wa hu say ya be ne den
no correct
obi oye mature obi no time bia no ade ne kwa bodu we no na sidin o say ya be ne den na ke say ho na yes say ade no in bed no
Ampa.
Say you say and now with the ever any there I know yeah idea of the excuse. Say you finalize it I don't know with sex daddy. You bet me alcohol, but still now before need as well. So now I yell as well.
No correct.
But the man or patch and say, see yet see a wasi. I'm my channel, yet may see a wasi. Gaka word JB idea, and the man say, a yasam. But yanti a wasi at my channel, our break a damn papa also. Yeah, doing your home. Na yanti a wasi. Forget about the back home because I did I'm for him. No more say, me o come meet me the actually, me tia here. Miss my count the actual swat here. Let's have you na ya was here. Menya meyere. Otu na open.
No correct. And Tiasia ni ye and you ma to toye.
Nti hono ana me mo bi adwen say yes sir someone in bed no enye sex na sex there I did time be wo ho but ye kwa sa adne kwa na say ba ko e wo bita woni mu ba ko e wo onwini bi ana ya de bi woni mu a ade ni mu ani je no on ti ase
no correct
because e ba sa ba ko ani mu kira ha ba ko ani mu kira ha e ba na yi
no there no correct but it say on say most men no and I see a man when they hear the word settle the case in bed now I didn't know it took a baby back because even sometimes you know or you didn't any okun to me adam paswa a dear sembie nim sa closeness no enkwa prayer to me Emma and Tiasie eba ewo adofo mu couples mu sometimes you just need to just listen to the silence around you. And then naturally, no, kasa no, it will come on its own. And yes, so we push it, so. But to say, don't go outside and discuss with anybody, no. Sofo, and Sembebre is going through my head because to say there is a positive aspect and a negative aspect in that. Because on say nipa ni bi wo hono ma ono no ye ware no ye see mo mfa na ware se mo nkwa abonten right enti enu na ode atu ni trim enti se wo go through pain ye bu no ye mistreat no ye ne den a wo de ahye ne ho wo ka hye ompese adofo nom eni amansan beti se bibi sa ekoso ehun so ebehye ni mu ewo na warefie ena obi nso wo honom a wono no wo feel se enuoma hye ne so saa ahwe ana agba afanitrim no abodam ne wakoda psych ward but ono nso won panim guase enti no want me mfa saa asem na nhye ne ho because ne ho kafo ye obi a wontimi ne nni nkomo because no kurani ye mema ni bi wontimi ni omo eni nkomo ne ye ma ni bi wontimi ni omo ni nkomo wo yese wo kasa asem a wo beka no kurampo no obetimi a take asem no in the wrong way even though wa man tokwaso but senior wo be sha ase akasa no because Ghana for bebre we recognize our body posture senior tenase senior wujina ho how you posture yourself you facial expression your tone of voice and need to say so many other things words will be used ebetimi a trigger a whole lot other things instead say asem na esina yese muka ho asem na akofa nsem foforo kra ba afere asem kitikiti bi no etimi koye bebre ena obi nso wo hono ma chese so oka kire abontisuni because one kan kire abontisuni a ena na abontisuni obeka kire no there are two ways wo ka se bia wo hia emwa ana se wo ka ede agu ne ho kafo anim ase. So it goes a lot of way. And don't go outside and discuss with anybody. No. Etimi in the bowl or bear maybe an answer or baby no din in some hoon in some phone. I want to worry fee. And I suffer.
I don't care. Now, so about also. Ebia, it will say, or baby so at the baby do. Ah, he said, also true, or tire can ask about the door baby into Bemani Jana, Ebehano. Once I know see a different one.
Wow, what a wow. What can some?
I'll be a while. On the power, or the Bemano, and now Obano, ever in the about one and you. Na ba kuna ka hey sister we na akokwa na sister we do omuade o bra we na akokwa bra we de ne nsa ha no so ahu but isn't odo ni njo so sa amokwa aso so me de pa go betisa no
ya samu
obi do so amonkwa aso de kwa na say you on hwe onhwe ne nsa ha no onhwe di boni owo but the end say obese ohun na nim say be ma we na onenity and now about we on anything. Their mommy come out and say, don't go outside and discuss with any other person. Say they can't any pa. As some say a switch up. I had a see you be ye can't some to them.
No correct.
As some say as soon as a child. They all want to say. Say the panel Okoso ye dear Debia o come one samana na all ye dear. Na chese wa sheda.
No correct. Obi so ha so na wa yale woni trimo ana.
Say na eti yes say eniema na asisi so ka de ahwe. Say de asebele sitie. When say awayan kasa ana say woni nipa mienu montam no so bi fufu san ba mu a aya na ontimase a na opese monyon kofa ana ma ore no odisi ba fufuro. So obi so after say wo be ka wasama kire na ise say kono be ma wadwen no kwa no obeti wasama na esan wo obi fufuro nso a ono so be fourth person before we never won so no na won sam no akọ echi so we are say na ayi adwa eba ne san na why see we hia wa adwa ne ba ne san na kese obeti nsam na ate
Hey, sister ya to brother asembia beto. Hey, Sofo kasa. No correct. Asama wo kanu chese. Hey, kasa. No correct pa.
Say the ya na ema ye ma menum de bi amutu yefo e chese obo so shas ye no. Na exercise say the yeso ye ko mfufo na etie na omo ni experience. Nti wo ban say ensam no edida wonten sa abata achi na obebedu ba bi afọ bo so omo duru ba bi afọ do omo nyi no na ma asam no abonten ko no ebi say the yesi kan aya na ye discuss asam ba tell bi so aya na ye mfa spiritual aspect no so ndem kakra ye wo ebi mo ho a omo wo kwa wo ware no kwa no na aya de ya
just say wo hu ye na he by force wo ware no
obi tumi kasa na wo na esa ka ware be ma we na wo na esa ka ware oba wo so na ke se be ma na wo ware wo no anka onu mo na esa ko nya na nkope oba na wo ware no anka onu mo na ko nya nkope nti wo wo ware no kra no e de en na uni mu na wasa ka wasa ma chere dia en na afi de esa na wo de banja bo ngum
Hey, assembly. Sister ya to brase. Sofo say issues in our background, lack of emotional intelligence. That's a word I like to use. So I love that word because the level of our emotional intelligence is completely different. Now let me break it down, and we're going to go into that. And social skills. So she's on cassette, so she was a lack of emotional intelligence, and she's talking about lack of social skills also, leading to poor communication, lack of maturity, and our inability to process or work through our issues. Bam, bam, bam. Because ye mu bebre, ye purify yasamoso. Esa say ye mu bebre, ye ni sa skills, no. Like especially effective communication. So sa poor communication, no. Eya de bia aya ehu ewo nipa mu, because nipa bi wo ho no ma wo ka asem wo no wo ka ne ho asem eye ne ya ba wo hu kwan ya obefa so a obe approach you, because oba obekontokwa eno no falling into lack of emotional intelligence. So let's go to lack of emotional intelligence. To say when it comes to what is lack of emotional intelligence, low emotional intelligence refers to the inability to accurately perceive emotion in both yourself and others. Into you don't understand yourself. You and and to use that information to guide your thinking and action. Not as I won't see as I'm not seeing. We are then the dream. Now what the year Juma and yeah Juma. So and emotional intelligence sometimes referred to as emotional is essential to basically every aspect of life, right? And to notice that when you think in such manner now, when someone lack of emotions now, I do know and yeah, you must say yes, yeah, you man. Na etimi akoye bibi na wo de solve situation mbasa. And you know something, now I love using emotional intelligence because it's a not who bitterness, who anger, no one on this earth. It don't matter how much money you have, how poor you are, how smart you are. When you are emotional, senior overreacted to situation, you can never solve a problem when you are emotional.
I know, correct. Sir, I hear test be kakra. Now, Solomon kasa about bitterness. Onipa true anger. Be a year for very sure. Say, the nebo enchelu fu no di ajimisem.
And no put too more into lack of emotional intelligence.
What was that? Tell the can you will have the emotional intelligence, all right, but intelligence outside the you may who you are. Starting from your mind, say the can but so obi ewo ahonim kakra bi a na se ohye no ho so ketua bi ewa bra of feeling emotional way na ketua ade ketua bi obeye no ebetumi ama wetumi ashade no wetumi agina ade no
no correct
anyway bi o ho a se de esi ka no amadwin no mu se de esi do no enkwa ne sa
no correct
ya o de na dwin mu do e de ya o de na dwin mu nso enwo
no correct
de na dwin mu do no obeye ade na bi piu ne se da bi wan hwe ne obefa sa kan wo so agu hu ani ase
no correct enti obedwi ansa no waye ese waye
enti obedwi ansa na waye de enti awaye ka sa emotional intelligence say lack of emotional intelligence say dey say dey bufu dey remote challenge for no dey ajimisem no e betin abase be afa say yakoto tv ye gina ye hwe true bitterness no and lack of emotional intelligence no o betin ama tv abufu aba ana ya odi aba o betin ama tv no so ahwo kan
hey
the cost of television
so kabana say obi team lusu a ya video be this happen.
Because what's saying no, and that was how they are. Now within short time, when to be on control emotions, not through anger and not through bitterness. No, what if you now boho crying? What's saying? The next day, no, what's already sika. So what's how the quack talk at the corner. Emotion intelligence. I know you more.
Of course. That's emotional intelligence for you. We are our best now we are our son costo. I was send us spending another sika at the ato TV. TV no here will fear. A buffo what say TV no. Now I was at the Koto TV for not as a woody with Jimmy a crowd we don't know where to begin from. Your mind is in and as a lack of social skills, you know. Sofo nyamia nim nukure ni ye wo nipa bi a okun no mu bi oyire no mu bi anuanu mu bi adofo no mu bi a omko nipa mu a omunim nipa mu kasa ana say ayi to say obe represent okwo nipa mu e honom na okwa akogu ne ho kafo ana say wonu ankasa ne ho anim ase. Let's take it from the bottom. Me sha say free bottom o make it kaba enti no mu obi anamo de ato aso. Me sha say free akwarensafo. Kwarensani obi a wonom nsa no onim ne limit. Wonom no abokura mpo na still Okoso nom e na otimi koyi ne bema eto abonten because ogina abonten wonim so ogina abonten otimi yi ne bema de jonso. Meboa se woye wa oba bitimi ekonom nsa eye say pasa field so baby a woda no obema bia beto ne so a obetimi afa no ekwan bia wo pesa wo fa no ye de sha ase na ufiri hwano ma na wedru obi a wono no woye an abuser ya share bibi some time back any recently say obi a woye abuser no ono no on low self esteem, right? Wontimi nhye ne ho so woye coward ena woye bully woye obi nso a woye weak woye insecure wono no wo get jealous anyhow woye immature ni ye kikako enti no te say sa nipa no an abuser no woye so controlling te say mukwa abonten a baby a wo betena nipa a wo betena ne ho time a betimi akodidi time a betimi asori akosa di nipa a betimi ni nasa ni nyina no no person control nipa a wo betimi ni na bonkomo very controlling obi a woye an abuser no woye manipulative was said din no correct they are liars because asema obekano in order for them to get you to really drawn to them no obekano in a way wo ti ase because onim say wo no your emotional intelligence no is there is shut you lack of it enti no and obi oye abuser no were very charming enti ufiri akwensafo ho you come to an abuser akwensafo de zo mkogu omanimase but an abuser is also the manipulation comes about because one wodru nipa mu a ongu nanimu ase ade wu beye no enu mom be ma wu mom a chese woye the victim no wo mom no wani magu ase because wo no wa react to nyoma the Okoso no abusers they are very proactive ansa no beka asem bi no be manipulate you anasa obe charme wono aye ne obeye no wa plani woni tirimu ansa na ode itudwa so ahu ena obi nso wo hono ma se oka asem wo bedwam a asem no ama out to you. But instead, so Becca said, my apologies. I did not speak appropriately. Until you all forgive me. To say, ye will mumu bia. So if say, Becca send back, who can sometimes no can say, your friend is saying, Sebi. And I move a brain, so can Sebi, right? And you know, a casa bia, say, woman, wo audience, you know, any other former who says, some are walking. Nkoma ye di nti na ema woka enye se bia wo sorry ya na wo yi sa asem no e de ato ho no meboa and as maturity no me no sofo ye sha ase ye aware mu less enchechere no ade ba kwa mehia wo maturity mu no which I didn't used to have and they say enye mfi a wadi ene e de measure maturity adwin eda wutiri mu no how it function won see ase ani wonim dia wo na say asem si a ekwan a wo fa so a wo handle situation no but say we yo obi a wonya mature enough you are more reactive since we be proactive we be pause no adwin ho ansa ye mu bebre reactive in so many ways and we a reactive person now. Just wouldn't need control of your action. You just do things the way you see it work. And you know we are wrong or crampo now. We fool said nipa now or no a person will two for no or no a person will go any mass. So now one will go any mass. Will can be so. Sofo can be twice. So since I asked I drop.
And
coming and won't come go, but what they are to sister, you don't let nothing get by you. So for I'm sorry.
It's social skills now. You will be more comfortable. You will be on outside. But if you are not assembly, and if you are not a more can assembly. Na obufu na ba ana yaudie na ba obi o ha wode kan asem odem na yaudie na ba pese mante wo ho no okoso ama obi ahu se asem we na mo kan ho asem ti obesha ase se oye dede so ahu ni ebe ya ngofo na kon hu yo ngofo bi akọ mante ma awunya de bombe ya sa abakede
no
so ahu
so from Pacho Posse, Mamma Rinfia Sama Wobeka. Hey, Ale sister ya to Brown. Hey, Charlie, you too good. What say? Adwoa social skills, basic courtesies, input. A basic courtesy input. Just say, what see? Two people are talking. One of them is your friend. You go and greet your friend only. And start talking to that person. Please, that is lack of manner. That's lack of manners and bush. Because just what disregarding nipa na wadan for no any ni aiding komono. So to send your sa nipa no one exist. And no, yeah, raddy. What do you mean fan kwa Ghana side? Nipa bebre e wo sa yare no say ye yare o say ye suban o say ye den o obi timi ba na ayi ti sa sisa ya to bra asama wo kan bi ato me pen me call party na ayi say ayi adore na me call ye na me call ye no na ayi me kwai no to say once so many people were honum nti bi were honum a wadan for no hu wadan for na say enti me kwa na eja me kwa akire honom mi na enkunya bi sisi honom na me kotena so me kwa na jacket bi enda so ana say purse bi enda so nti no me feel say empty chair ena me kotena so na sister bi enso tenchen ono nso me ono kotena ase na chese me nso mi hu say kwan da chi ono na me nso me kotena ne nchen enti no me ye no obusa me so sister ti say na me nyame adom me hu ye na ye ti wanu ma ye di nkomo no na sister ba ko ana wo sa wo floor honom baaye no ono sa sister no nim sister na me meti ne nchen enti obaaye no na o sha ase ne sister na kasa na o kasa ti say Ghana fo ebi mu ye nkurasefo pa because say obi wo honom okwa ba bi na oba na obi akunya si honom a no aba betena so enti no me de me feel say bi a wo ka obi asem enti no me yi mani ato baabi I'm manning my business na minim say sister say bi a ni ku ansepe ni yi o say bi nso a woni odo ye wu bi o na wa ye frustrated meti wanu ma me hu say one sister now on me o greeting me no na kasa omo kasa for like best 5 minutes enti no after 5 minutes she turned to me sister me pa cho excuse me you sitting in my chair and I'm say oh yeah you na me share mechi and I'm say it said I'm being sarcastic and I'm say me pa cho woni me na kasa and I say na hwa na afo se me ne kasa na me say hey sister mpa cho to bu woni me ahaya me wenye wunti na me baaye na me fansa yem bia se bia akunya ya metisu yi eno na wote so na asore kosa ya eno anfa bibia anto so na maba no mabetena so a se ne wo kasa no se wo ne krampo na eye kasapa na wo kasa I can't believe say who patch me say menum bon and I'm say mama awraba asama wo kan no wo na wo kan because it say wo baaye no meni nipa nete ho wo ni sister yi kasa wo ba na me sister na kasa e na wo ka tin inti me ti wonu mudin mama wo I didn't give you an eye meti me baby dream ho na akonya na wo se eye wo dia no ya tworo wudin aboso na wo se eno na wote so na asore kwasaaye na se ne ewubusa me krempo no this is village talk enti no so if you don't have the respect and the courtesy to ask or to speak to me the time I will remove myself from this chair no will be the time me di madam for no ni present kwama no and leaving this building enti se wunya akonya bi entena so a wo betimi agina ho no why Ghana for de mumu bebre mani nso ade na mse sister mpacha obrofo ne fa ahen brofo ne fa ahen Ghana for ye ni nso ade ye mu bebre ye ni nso ade menu mienu why na mabeka me ba me meka wunim me bo baby a wunim mabusia you don't know where I come from na say bia wadanfo ne sister ina apese wotena sister nchen a bia sister mpa cho metimi atena wakunya isu na me ne madamfo yi edi nkomo kakra oh that's okay metimi asori no abetena so sister enemy baby a but the resentment she showed to me the bitterness within her because say makwatena akunya bia obi abi enguso person na so jacket muso scarf muso safwa muso esi wonom a enkonya ne nso bebre esi wonom ba de mete so no na sister yi enhu emu bia se de mete so no na o se honom na o te na osori de kosai ahu enti asema sister ya to breaking sa lack of manners no ni bush talk no obi wo honom a se of baby o free ba no enioma ankoyi amana no odi ne nsam hu ne nsam hu be kan asema eni kwan so odi be kan a na wode aba be kan so ahu enti no sometimes no nipa bi wo honom a the way when they are outside in the community, no, they carry themselves, no, their socialization, no, very poor. They don't know how to interact with people, how to start a conversation with people. Even to say what who are down for now wouldn't dear one in a casa ma. Oh, mini abe man, I said, sister, good evening. No what me patronate me any me sister, and I said mini abe me afa enkita ho kakra. So show some common courtesy, the respect that we have to give. My motivational, critical thinker, knowledgeable, Black P2 Sister Amma Manson. Sister Amma, my skip will know maybe an answer me who be I will train me. Yes, sure, say me who be I will train my skip, but I'll find it. Sister, I'm here. You they hear? I was saying, are you talking? Are you asking us village people to apologize? Sister, no correct. Was it leave us alone? We are reactive in my village. It is called bravado here. Hey, I see. Sister, yeah, I said many a kind of sit here, check. Eh? Where is the laugh coming from? As I sister, I'm a kind of Nuana.
I wrote about power or attitude.
Oh, being sarcastic. Pastor P, welcome. Oh, because I will be a honor what you will show some disrespect, and I say lack of emotional intelligence, and I say lack of manners. Now, the best way to get back at them now is to be sarcastic. You know, who respond to, don't limit yourself to them. But I say because it is like you just come and talk. We say I make kwati Ghana for be any Charlie. Sometimes no be no ma what can't same be chese one me who Debbie I make us ask me na sister man sister ya to bra omu nyesre. Obi go walk asas ye fum frema na egu ni to sofo ye fum frema enti no oye se wo koto afade a na chese enu ane se wo ta kosa won me baby a wo it's very bad. A habit no ye mu bebre e wo saade no obi won so a won sua hwe. Brother Joe Kingsley said those addicts and abusers are sick and therefore need help. They need social interventions from some reasonable close relatives, professional counselors, and elders where possible. Many abema no krasam pa na woka but say bi wo ho no mo krampo na chese ono krampo no won jintumu say oyare and relatives ni bi wo ho no mo a omo no they are enablers omo mom sa kwan no omo ye because ya tea stories bebre sometimes you don't want to be political and I say be religious person. But I say, and I say, your culture, because it's our excuses, no reasons, no only blaming game. No, it has gotten old, and we're not growing from it. Because I say, we have traumatic events when someone is sexually abused, someone is raped, constantly, and I say, Obi was physically abused in so many ways now. Other abuse, emotionally, psychological now. It takes a toll on them. All right, and it takes forever before they can heal. And with those people, no, when someone is raped now, even so, it will take time for the person and display some type of your friend is saying physical emotions now a bit damaging more. But to say when it comes to humanity in general, no, we have more enablers as saying those who want to do the right thing, holding people accountable, getting people the help that they need. Because many of us, you know, your mental stability, no, and Juma kra since I had to brand say Pastor P that's Nyamin Shroud. So for Pastor P Chiawo, any all the beautiful people here. Thank you. Beautiful and knowledgeable Pastor P. Since I had to brand say why since I had to brand Mrs. Adam no Nyankopon and restraining me from fighting. Because me as a catch no, it was intended. I intentionally said the things that I said just to get a reaction from her, because in Krasikasa Nana Walkan, and you know, I chose to provoke her in such manner because you say who are wanting na say who come to kwa unim san to kwa ne kwa men kwa ka entokafon so who and na to say Charlie Sofo.
Yo, I'm sorry, you see, kind of, we come here about our social skills and bitterness. Yeah. A bit more hard, said you a near bedroom, but within the house. And I say a bit hard within the neighbor environment now, so close to woman. And American, you will be hard. The bitterness, sorry. Over some time, but when I'm with your boy,
Sister Alaska.
Because as many as see na odi ya na odi ya na odi wo ho no obe ti mo bia won say bibi ukoso
Ai asamo
so ube hu say bia obi abonti ke kan dan bom yije dede na man tell akwai eden na ha ne sa mami eden na ha ne sa
sister am trouble honum when we trouble honum what if we are angry for no reason.
Enti ebi mo ha ade na ekoso na ba ko pese etimi ka omienu ntam kwa no esan se onni ebe san kwan ofaso a abonten ane okoni pemu a se otumi illustrate ni ho nti no obeye bibi wo fia wo bia ho se bibi asi anye de sa ba nse bia be ma ne na oyo mfumuso o so ba ne na mfumuso de ontumi emfa ne ho onse ne ho sna oyo bitter to the certain that you know obetumi aye dede wo fie ho aba obi ahu se de abena akoye ye no waye de obi nya bi da ne kwakuko ye no waye de obi nya bi da obi okwa ba otumi said obi oha bi advance say wakoto niku ana Nigeria outside no obi tumi gbo dewo di na chi mo mo
wow
how the dede aba obi ahu say ni bu afu.
Talk about lack of social skills indeed. This is like
so obi disturb the whole house and also obi disturb the whole environment. I will be able to say, I'm going to work.
No, correct.
I'm paying, you know, as I said, sir, I did was a year shady year to say, sir, oh, and I say, you'll be more than Tanya Manacopra, Odia of fire, dear pan, a daughter of Papa, one showing your own to me, Olympi. So why did this happen? Said the AC can one was say, you will a bit more hard and Americano. Ebia a man who could say, man, or Ebia, Oceani Padibia.
Wow.
And Ebia, or Cosia, or Babia, asset crowd, or tie back the office, and our tie back with your fancy a public, a several fancy or yeah, electricity, and I say, any other you be a kid of a river. Now, will be a hot type of frequently. Ultimately, no ever by one. If you say yes, you can say, oh, about 10. Na say bia abonteno one no aye free a na yire anase ne ku no ehu saa de na esense oni saa social skills nti no otumi je no hu fi obi saa me da o me da o ya me ye hu fi a kire wo ya me dwi me hu a kire wo so hu
ba obi o ka Sofo obeye nso wa anye bi obeye
akacha ase me da o ya me hu fi a kire wa na wa nka wa no nkuma hey ọbẹ ni hu fi so akyerɛ papa ama wo sɛ ɔyɛ ne hu fi akyerɛ wo.
Oh my God. Dr.
Iti ayɛ atam kɛseɛ sɛnea bitterness no ebi mu handle no ayɛ ehu
my God
ehu paa ehu because ade a ɔyɛ no ɛnneɛma bɛyɛ no wanhwɛ ni a etumi ɛkɛsɛ menim sɛ ɛkyɛ yɛbɛba ɛyɛ fɛn sɛn ebi ɔhaw a bitterness ne de ba deɛ but ma yɛn kɛsɛ saa nkɔfoɔ ne nyinaa no etumi yɛ nneɛma saa ɔmo out of bitterness no ɔmo ku no ana ɔmo yere no kwa ɔmo tumi hwiri ɔmo adwuma na because through bitterness no deɛ na meka sɛ ɛbɛhyia deɛ no ku ana na yɛkɔ customer bi a last time na meka biribi wɔ ha sɛ na yɛ ne obi te
wow
na bɛma na adwuma ɛsɛe yɛ ana ɔbaa no na ɔkɔ no ɔba ana ɔbaa no ɔtontɔn ɛpan sɛ nkwara pint ne singlet ne nneɛma na ofisia boys na ɔmo tontɔn mpɔboa nta ɔgye mpɔboa na ɔmo tɔn man etufuo boɔ na ɔno de ne de ato nta ɔmo de man a credit 1 week na ɔbɛgye sika dako bɛma ne nkɔfɔ de bɛgye sika bɛma ne sɛ ayi mo nipa mmiɛnsa ɔkakyɛ ayi mo mpena ne me yere na ɔkɔ sɛ de ma ɔwɔ bɔ de ma na yɛyɛ bi ansa nyinaa yɛ mpena na ɔyere ayi ne yɛ nyinaa yɛ nam wohwɛ wɔ yɛ a ɛbɛyɛ yie nti ɛma nkɔfɔ no bu fui ɛma sɛ saa abiri no koraa no sanka yansɔ mu a anka ɛyɛ deɛ ɔmo kan sɛ deɛ ɔmo kan sɛ na ɔyere na ɔyɛ ɛma ne nneɛma bi mu nsoso sɛ ɔso adwuma sɛn but he was ɔyɛ bitter because of saa nipa na ɔmo bɛ hwɛ na yere no meanwhile ɔmo nso mo ni oyere di ni beebi o but because of social skills na yɛ ka ho asɛm nti no ɔntumi nfa ne out ɔmo sɛ deɛ ne yere ni si kɔ asi ba nti ɛyɛ ɔhaw paa
hey Pastor Patience what shock me o me deɛ minim sɛ Dr. Kingsley just say well you be and he's so humble about my friend and brother Joe Kingsley and he said wow me too chairman to say nipa be saying no like sometimes no obi wo ho no ma we so humble to say on fa ni kese anase ni nipa su they don't put it in your face so or humble itself and all the best and hey Sofo to say sa bitterness no eye ade bi a che say enye emotions a enye feeling bi
ade ba ko ne say ade ba ko ha adwene ni pa say titru de me ma de mo kakra mehu eni say ade fa bebre no e man bebre na wo sa bitterness
hey so are you sure yeah a man in the tanya bitterness the same man no
when I tanya say man bebre has been ungrateful to women.
Oh, and you know, like in response to that, you know, it's a reflection of that. Got it.
So, because remember, I'm tie Adwoa Emma say a man in a year and son of a very few.
No credit preservations, no class to a bum.
But the Mabby or Amunya Daji, my mamma.
Brother,
I'm trying about the Berman Betina. Sir, who Berman, and like it, no bria, or but me I try, say, or but me I feel it, Saho, no idea man.
Okay.
But Berman and I ever yet, dear. The number yet, dear, I feel about yours over. No, my sha, send me see one arm soon, or 10 and corners.
So far, then, ye may money be. Yes, sir, because minimum see a money being yes, sir. To say, I mean, a very bad, it's a bad characteristic, a poor characteristic, because say, yeah, or baby, and I said, maybe a wow, brabum. I know, say, and any penny now, we're not meant to be with somebody, everyone that you become acquaintance with. But it says, obia wow, brabum. Na say uka asembi sa. Not just say you are very ungrateful person. You are ignorant. You lack of intelligence.
Oh, I never say. One said, and Pepe, you know, I had a bro. I'm not doing this. Say, you pay every fan said, a mabby bro, I'm not doing this. Mene, only me would pay. And that's when your baby did not know. Because remember the bro, I give say. So now I can't worry some to about it. You go there. And the baby, Nisika should be over to me. They have one.
Since I have to brass to say, I don't think here anger management. Your community. Is it in a good way or like but to say, I mean, in some ways, you know, but to say, if you can self-regulate yourself now, I don't know you're different, but anger management, you know, that's a deadly one or the most dangerous. This I had to brass a bitterness leads to distraction, lack of coping mechanism, no. Adwoa. Anger management, dear, we need it in our community, my opinion. And a pastor patience is that you see, some people lack wisdom of social skills. I think that she contributed to as someone I will come before, no, but this I have to grandpa or beg. Come back with the reason who must who shares opinion because me person me share more from you. Why me pacho? Sofo, your thoughts in that?
Oh, okay. Because sometimes, you know, a very difficult so when you a certain group and a certain people so on anger management. But at least I started from Woody Panankasa. Woody Panankasa na Oban. And so who say, I did your baby, they used to say, Akumanumu and a bonini free bar. Ebufu, ebubone, masamasa. Ni na ne tua kumem. Enti am all can say, again the fear won take ko nipa mu na egu no ho fi. But the free no mobile no na egu no
ho fi. Wow.
Enti say wo ngafo no say wo ebufu no ho. Na wa so wan tumi try say ubetumi asho wo ho so de edi kan a. Eni mugua say ba wa na kan. Wow. If you say Obi Edi Ebufu Abakoya Adie bi am akwakwa wie no e bia police station. And the way bitterness no bitterness no man who can say show so be bra na anger ne ba na the end results na bad no.
The point of
I had me who say yeah ma me ya e ka ho asem no say So one can say anger management, if you want to manage it, you can manage it yourself. Because the people say one way the other. No. So when you are a good manager, you cannot manage anything. So as a manager, I will BBM. When to manage it, won't we manage a basic work? Yes, I'm more Yahudi. But a bit of what say Yahudi, no. I want one say entramos. A bit of the who climb at entramos, the end results, no. I bad. It's bitterness, no.
No prepper. Because Sofo to say anger management, I think sometimes ye movie ye nimudi be any nim the because ye share and you may be about it. Say eba anger management na omo abufuo wo omo su bebre no omuntimi enhia bibia enyo omo ho adwuma se ne ebe ya omo betumpon na omo be work on themselves no what anger management na no krampo timi mani enya wotan bi ma because of feel say okay now we nipa asumesi of feel say onu onim nyansa sem me ana ani when it comes to that terms na because so we obi a ebufuo wo so na say wunua bi wudofu bi ana say you neighbor nipa bi drop sa word no on the platform na no or use sa word no and the educated people because anger the word itself no describes it anger management a kwanya so na would contain idea and senfata anger is like one letter away from danger because who put 2D in front of anger is danger so it's like someone waiting to explode, right? We do anger management in our community, but nipa duduahe and will buy into anger management because met me say okay, I'm going to give a free classes or webinar or seminar about anger management and provide some coping skills. And you may be a ye nipa yebetimi aye. Yebesua edia I implement it ewe ya brabo ma ebe to control our emotions our anger se bufu a enuoma be na abeye obi wo honom a panyim toto bi wo honom kra taking deep breath kra wonimu ye se bufu a ubehunu a boiling ne fist no pa na che se wodi ne nsa bo ade ma na se wototo nuoma keka nuoma gunum ni ade so obi
I tell you the adjumism
no cra enti no
there was a time na woman bi ewe ha na I don't say a friend saying pepeni but I said time bia no na bufo no sorry oni woman ba ko oni share boundary ama kun to kwata de bia meti asem na makono mami nyabuzo de bia na ko ka tell say me no say asem be ka kire wa de be kan say nyabuzo nti me be kan asem bia nche obi and I was like opposite me ka say na nche wo there was a time na me ni ho a anka odidi obo ba me ti hu
wow. And you see that is like the most worrisome. So because to say sister Yato Brakan was it the example Sofo gave shouting in public to disgrace their spouses. You know, she responded in regards to the Nawokan. And then sister Yato Brakan said also all the insults going on around us. Just agree to disagree and all that. Since no, because to agree to disagree, no, yemu be at you, yemu be you, but ye ni entiasie, ye ni ehunim die. Because obi wo ho no ma, oba be kansem, oba be sisa in some bebre gu honum. Most of in some a wasisa gu honum nyina, majority of them no. asem no kra ye ka no ne ne ono so ye no emfa kwan but say yenti ase and again yenti ase ne yenimdie no esuno obi ade na te say ma obi enkofa ne comment no na won ka ho asem na asem no onka no in the negative form senya nipa ne be di watem no so ho atem te say Sofo aka asem sister ya to braka asem sister ama Pastor P adofoma waso obi aka asem na sa asem no ne nya adwen a okay ubetimi aka say de wo kan no I disagree and this is my disagreement. Now what you try to sister ya to braka say anger management we need it in our community. No, I know what she meant. But me say, I need her to come back with that, you know, and you offer me some examples, and she put it there, pat. So, and no, addition because what Tima say, baby, I'm free back, and you say, be a mentia, ain't you know, ube dia. And you say you need to ask the right questions, but to say, you have to agree to disagree, and you have to agree to disagree, you know, throughout Asema and Walker. And you have to agree to disagree, not take everything that they saying. And also then repetition. Ajira yanti assembly. Nansemu honum obi koka say I stand corrected. And also be Ghana national anthem. Obi wo make points no waka I stand corrected and I'm saying ye ebradinya mi yehowa. You see Pastor P said I know someone who took anger management classes for 6 months and didn't learn or change anything. He even became worse because he was not ready to change. Bravo, Sofo.
That's all. Any more. Or cultivate something about changing because sometimes you don't need prayers, you don't need anything. You have to start it yourself.
Anyway.
You have to start it yourself. Me who says how to buy way, say one time I was telling somebody said, you never be yari omoyari no. A young one omoyari, said I didn't know who do I won't win check it. Who said anyway, Yaman and I said Yaman.
Yeah, some more.
You don't need doctor to every unsure and as a nutritionist. Some sure say the anyway. Why will be out tonight? I was at the anyway, be done into men now. And then I say, we trust you. Near after now, because I if I say, Obi or it's on church or the no. Sada was with you. It is a woman say, Ubi, I could do baby, your chin ya. Sit down.
Okay.
Sit down, and then Fanema boom. No one say, I dear will say no, and when you go as it. So, you will be a while, said we can't have in somebody, will be a while. So, all no man's or you come. But in Zania, and somebody was say, you can, our public,
yeah, and I said, Subaya any question what they try because Mrs. Sofo Mishan or that room. Me who papa penny for a bema and a broso because obi ohanum kra o ko baby so a o pia or ba na yi no one two ne zip ne fly no is open obi o ha nya intentional because onim de wo ye wa bu too much but so I say wunimu ho because me feel say I mean ye si edi areho a ensa ade Christopher omo and bebre no monsa but ye di areho a ye no monsa ye ni ji a ye no monsa enti no how do you differentiate the two because ni je ni areho nyina the same response obi o ha na ni je bro no otimi no monsa bo no ye say pansan obi o ha no ma otimi di areho no no monsa no ye say pansan. How do you differentiate the two? And obi two or no ma wonim the limit, wonim dear one no ma ebeko and onim say bia wonum na se wo duru ha no wanyaya a de ebesi nye so aho enti no ayam sempi Pastor Patience say anger is demonic. It will destroy you before you realize how stupid you have allowed it to play on you. Pastor Patience, bam, 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 bam. Like, you see, Mumu Binum, my come story, say, my warren fitting as here, a buffo and a woman so. A buffo no, me develop a certain condition. Now, certain condition, I say no baby, I no. I haven't allowed it to define me. And yes, me bufu here and there, but I'm able to better control it. So, because it drew a mribia sofo. Semi bufua. I was literally shaking. My body will start shaking because just my emotions is override. Yes. Just akwasura na ubehu na manim dua no. I say like I feel certain way say okay. This person, I want this person to say one more word. Because Mishano, from age 5 to age 14, and Sofo, we are bemo, we are bow. I didn't care. Naminsem and family, and now when you ask me to meet men, Samamuwa, Menuba Quatiabum, but say I'm when we are now, ye busami asemno, and one na mesu. But and family and obi misha obi anyone ma menene ejina kun ye pupo wo me se me na wo kun na say wuyi mi hwe honom at some point you find me on top of you. I didn't care. So enti no to say anything I can home from age 5 no. Na ye niedin na me ba oda ye kurom no eno de eye yaw any bitterness because me uncle bi no ono no say wanya ne baby ko sanye me be resent no na da bi wo hono ma mete hono na se obesi atwa mani so a once I say obi hu ye wahi sofo na obesin fa wani so wani ni edi na chia from baby o free e ma ne ko ekobra baby o be kwa kobra wunya tin say gate bie ya no asan pagya wani because say wunim say sa nipa na esan ba eni bia metimi di hwe no na me mani metimi di hwe nipa na yetimi bu me wo ho se mani nsa de because ya obi wo mu and you know that's the best way I metimi expressing myself because God you to say yesusha panika asem na akokan bia yesi wani nsa de na sutre etaw twede epan ni yesi umu pan ni epiawo ni etwa wase ni ede mfian ye de bawa fumu ene woto ho wo kom wani ho just say there's no regard to your safety so enti no say we obi na say wo bu wo ye panyin na bu akra the child is going to resent you obenya ewonimu ye resulting into say oh me sha ye bu minti no eno na ama me masunya den enti no meba mebu meba wo ba no ene wo no mu ye two different because akura bi wo hono ma wo bu na wo soro mesi me ba wo dan sofo me concrete bu mi na edru baby no mi ko din semoni a na mi we en semoni a mi di si e bu mi a isn't worth it. And the money they made deeper because it's a boomia after all. Me who never me ya. What else is new? And you know, a bro bebre no, esuro nkola te se akola ya ade watwa ne nsa ho watwa ne na ho ne namu me to say like we make sure we name to the extent because enya ehonom no wo de kwa akwakere bruises ne free here but enya ade a ebebo akra no because we say ma wo basuro ewo ekwan bebre so enti pastor patience asema wo kan die I found myself I got to a point na senkenya nyankopon ene nipa bi ebe me any training bi a menya ya anka masai anka matete an chese enya small na ewe me pa te se na ha me because ebi wo ha me pese me bu befu but obi kan asem bi na se asem ni si me bu a sofo na say me responded to it me anger me drew baby especially from age 25 to 37 38 mu hono sofo I say my anger was controlling me personally to say Bibiano, I was reactive to it. Now I didn't have control of that. And you know, I say ye timidi so near learning self-control with our anger. And before the ewoni paso, obi timi ya ade na si wo bo. Obi timi kan sam and a show ekomu. Express it. Men find show mu na enya bitterness in the person because when you are bitter now, you become helpless. Just you don't even know how else to respond to it. Pastor P said, Sofo, some people don't have the wisdom to choose what is. What is right or what can destroy or disgrace them. As I'm no cry no walk. Oh, no cry. And since I had to say, also, when I look at myself in my 20s and early 30s, I was angry about a lot of things. Hey, sister, from then till now, it is different. I am confirming your point that you have to want to work on yourself. Everything is self-ful. We need to put self in front. Because self, and send ye betimi aye ye ho adwuma. Wuntimi nka say, oh, me kun ebutafu nti me kwa ko fixi me kun. Anasa me yiri butafu, me kwa ko fixi me yire. Emre ko ono ankasa na ode ne ho no. Me de me ho adwoa wodo. Me nye ma adwen say, me mesesa me suban. It becomes part of me. It becomes a character. Mebufuo be ye part of me, part of my character. So enti no to say enye nyame mebufuo no sofo and then they may come and hear some wakofa asem abrem ene pese me nyame som no me meti ho no makoma mu eda ho pa me penipa asem me do nipa ena se ba se me kwa sorry a miji nyame di miji Kristo di ena nyame nyame asem no nso no I value it because minim say and with the wisdom na ewo nyame asem no overrules everything. Yemu bi a ye kan Bible a ye nti ase no ene ye wo ye personal opinion as to what. Enti we all have different beliefs, right? But so for to say wo hwe wo tin sem bi ana say wo hu nnuoma bi ewo nipa dasani ya brabo mu a obi wo ho a won kwa asore enso wo hwe se nipa na ebuo nokradie and the humbleness, right? The humility the person has. Any oda nipa no wo ema oma omu ben no emwa a woye adoye a woye ɛna wɔyɛ adeɛ nso a ɔmfa nto bedwa sɛ deɛ ma yɛ ni ba Kristofoɔ no mu bebree ɔmo yɛ adeɛ a yɛpɛ sɛ yɛde to dwa because ɔmo ebi mu yɛ adeɛ for anisuadeɛ so ahu enti saa anisuadeɛ no a yɛn nipa bebree yɛyɛ no etimi stop yɛ blessings Sofo hwɛ me to hɔnom no nyame ahyira me paa wɔ kwan bebree so and asɛm a meken wunni me you know me and when wunni me from nkwala abrem but you have known each other since 2000 because 2000 crisscross introduce me eba sorry enti ehonum na me di hia right enti say yaya dan for 20 years in you hey so when any nyire po a hey 20 years pa enti no to say my sorry bebre na so en sorry bi wo hɔ no ma me kwae na me tonyom ebi nso wo hɔ no ma me kwae ma mfa me ho kra ankɔgye enwum tufuom eno anse me ba me betena akyire mo betia na me kɔ na en sorry bi wo hɔ no ma me kwae preaching kra Sofo preaching enye hɔ kra na ma adwen da boyfriend bi a menya no na me dwen ne ho say like say adwen no me nipadua no e wa asɔre da mu hɔ no but say I'm not even there mentally. So na to say woka se wo di nipa bi achi a wonya mesom ebe say. So na Pastor Patience to say when we talk about anger now, my anger no was able to make decisions for me. To say bi wo ha mitimi kwa sorry na mitimi hu obi attitude a eno timi turn me off no me jan sa sorry ne ko. Obi attitude and to know na ebia honum na menshira wo but it would just completely turn me off. I don't want to deal with that. And to say time no so na me what anger management the extreme anger management my socialization my social skills it was very poor na enya kura wo kwan bia so. Adwoa, how did you overcome your anger and pain? Hey, Pastor Patience. Who perceive me taking all the time? No? How did I become my anger and my pain? Pastor Patience, story, a long story, but to give a short version of it, me papa na identify mommy who said before me. So even though na me say before me so, but to say I didn't think say it was a big deal. Now me feel say a natural reaction because of to say when you are in pain now, you just react to things. Obi can some children say you insult the person and I say you disrespect the person and then you move on. And you know me papa identify chairman and someone can and say to say baby I met Bruno. I was in my teenage years. Na me nya 18. Craft na me ko 18. Or catch me say me wo more advantage at my age. Say may identify and nyoma a trigger me and nyoma ma me bufu. Na ma working on it. Inti little by little me try but to say and said down ko ye send ye say no but to say if free me ba me ne Mrs. Penny ye wo odano ni de bi etunyum ye to enyum ane eto ne ye ntunyum emfa nyinya me ayo ni etunyum no esan say areho a ye di e na ne ye ma ye de tunyum no enti no most of the time ye timi tunyum a ne ye de aye esun enti no me ba US no enyum ebe ye ade bi ana me 30 pa ba time me ba ye no saa time na me discover akwadwantwi nana ampedu a driver for enyuma ye betu ye to asha driver for anu onyam sene ye wo ye adwuma no ehia ma botre a driver for emunue o ye mamunkura so enti saa nwum no miti me boss no over and over and over. Not before no me to from A to Z, because na a kind of positive side car no the actual tro car dada the actual tro honum. I love my car ne slow but sure no just say in some way and here for no no to say oh here yeah can't if you better obi diaba onyame na say kwaye efie mponi enti no to say mitimi to sanyum ne saa no na say it gives me a sense of like, you know, the positive things and the negative things. Fast forward, ejuma me koye sometime in my late 20s mono na almost friend no milio therapist na milio therapist no to say enkwala omo emotional issues enkwala omo disabilities to say omo have it omo go through a lot of challenges, a lot of struggles. Some of them were abuse, all form of abuse. Ebi mo intimi nka omasem, ebi mo nso no, instead of talking about their emotions, you know, omo act out. They were more inclined to act out. And you know, me share say adwuma na se no, na omo ma trainings. The trainings, you know, omo ma no omo frɛ baako century model. No, and honum na me learning you have the firefighter, the abuser. Abuser is in the bottom. You have firefighter. The firefighter no they won't change you. There's no change. There be a baby ojina no ojina, and then you have the third one, the rescuer. And then the third one. And you know, sound like with those coping skills, you know, to say be a klebi act out. A kwamba na abefa so a wo woni akra ne bekasa na akra no ehun say be a you not mad at akra no, but to say you trying to help. Instead say because nkrani bi wo hono ma they were abused severely. Obi wo hono ma na wofu enum jota sofo no mo de jot no asisi ne nsa no anase ni nipadua no na fuso ne mfim ne kon chese me say parents be ye wicked o nipa be ye so wicked. And you know no cry with that, you know, and me call Iowa college and one of them, so no, like autism training, like for 3 to 4 days we had to go for training and do some like extensive work. Like it was like so crazy. And then but to say me real class, you know, now I had a sense of relief because me realized it's from our outbringing and maybe experience a past trauma. Answer na me share I didn't even know what trauma is. What is trauma? You know, traumatic event. And you maybe happen because a bra near bromino, a drew baby no say bia say obibu fumia, na se nipa ne bemia, ube hunoma pejamensa, like me fu say be a nipa ne bebome, and so nipa no or mama bomb, I was reactive to it. And webinars, seminars, and yet to say a jumana na meyeno, free bone to omunitria. It minya who said training, being at some of the trainings, you know, it was mandatory to say omu trainee as how to say bia uwo penyimu anasa akra na ontimi control no anger no na se obeye physically aggressive destroy things e kwan a wo befa so a mo be hold no na obe calm down without hurting akwala no anasa penyimu no nkula ni bi wo ho no ma almost so eseme one time kura na menyem mebam nana kwesi the 12-year-old no na me ye 8.5 months akola bi eba bebo mefunim na inse say me remove myself no maso akora ni ma my ready abi be restrain no sofo me nyemu busu me nwotwe ni fo just me just I just went to my safety mode. I just wanted to like put that like control the situation without me getting hurt, not knowing say going down no and commit me at the me be so. And I say, make me a hit floor no very hard. And I say, I could make me cry to me. I didn't even put my safety first. And to say century model, no, and also a travel self, no, the S is for safety, the E is for emotional or emotions, the L is for loss, and the F is for future. So, like, every time I think about self, and then some people may have a different meaning for it, which is fine because whatever works for people, you use it. And through the training, any other classes and webinars to take, I started effective communication through sa edwuma no. Sa edwuma no de boa me pa. Eno na ma enti no te say bi akora bi anase panyimu bi get so uptight ne angry na many omo kasa. I just talk to them to find out what is happening. Debbie wo hono ma the trigger no krano, it has nothing to do with what's going on. It has nothing to do with you. But almost reflected that on the wrong person. Wopeno, send you obefeno no enu timi mani bufu. Intimidation, meditation, expressing my emotions. The same feel certain way. Me vent it out. Me fan yoma en shemimu. Na fenso no se obi ye made a medi nukre na me ntwantro enka say me sugar coating it no and I say meko around the bushes me ma wonhu straight out say asema waka no eye me ya wa hurt me pa enti no ni ye betna se ni a resolve asem no doing mediation. Sometimes in mummy and bet me I say a third person have to come in. And I feel so not to say like learning to respect myself. To say ope so be bua se usia ubu other people. You can put yourself in the higher level, whereas you don't have any respect for anybody. Self-discipline is something so and also no a ground me. To say taking deep breath, counting. Ebi mo counting bomo, ebi mo deep breath bomo, but enyum idea bi a eboa ekame nipa adwen na ema wutimi so clear wo mind nti no to say enyum bebra me pe no through my anger nti no say me bonyum na I just get loose and then I'll be jumping around no ni ade nti as a patient to say but to say minya some trainings so about TCI century model webinars, seminars, to say you may be an a milieu therapist, a boa me pa because the information na resources na minya and na ema meet me work here. It was like going through anger management classes, but this one, it was a therapeutic courses that I took. Therapeutic courses. But obi wo hono ma na me imagine to say mesesa me characteristic, me personality because na endim boa me. Even say wo ho ofe anase wo nim nyansa se den na say ebufuo wo so a it makes you unattractive. Enti no na me timid overcome me anger any me pain some of that and then 3 years ago na me say meditation, but before learning to use my words productively na me ni nipa bekasa na me di no kre me manioma enhye me mu because ni nyina pours out. Hey, Sofo, Pastor Frederick Nancy, he said we don't understand the difference between corrections and punishment or abuse. Bam. No papa. Hey, asami waka to one say it's like why a TCI and why a therapeutic classes and but they all connect, all three connect because idea about machine through the training or Sofo and say like say akla and get emotional and I say akra essay nneoma and I say akra enti asema woka edi enti na akra ninti first na minim se kanea a common light say medum kanea right a common light itself no wudum na etimi kame your mood but say light wa wo so a obi wo ho no ma akra bi wo ho no ma say why frustrated na why they so angry not they don't know what to do, they start crying, kicking, throwing things and punching walls no mni ade na say wo there bim na say kania bebre wo ho no ma turn off the light. What turning off the light now gradually no etimi kame that person obi akra bi so wo no ma turning on the light now onu nim say wo pese wo calm it down into the obeka che on say why you turn on the light, turn it back on na libu fumo into beka say oh I'm sorry, I thought that you wanted to like, clear your mind. So with the light was kind of hurting my eyes, so that's why I turned it off. But I will turn it back on. And I could be I will cancel. Now we're turning it back on. Say, leave it. Like, and I said, not wama were into inclining bit misu, and they put themselves to sleep because they just overwhelmed with so much emotions and so they can voice it out. And when they can voice it out now, the likable way to go about it is to act it out. And through the training, there was a term that was used: think twice before you act once. And we started holding kids accountable because when you correct someone now, how are you correcting the person? Are you connecting the behavior with the punishment or the accountability? Edru baby, we couldn't use the word punishment with accountability. We resulted in using accountability because accountability seems more positive. And no, we can't accountability now. Akrano will be more inclined to receive itself because it may punish you. The word punishment no crampo be a trigger among clan, and then learning to identify idea ba kunso participation mission send me pause mejina idea cause everything that's happening me idea me nyina na ma dwen edi enti na ma me bufu ye one a can din enti no I started identify my stronghold and you may trigger me. And no na me sha still working on things. Into Sofo, me jama announce what can be by Sofo Fred. No crasam no aka to hono. Ye mu bebre nim the difference between corrections and punishment or abuse. Most awofono they are more inclined to be abusive, and the punishment it doesn't reflect idea na apply na ye no.
Okay. Say what the Oma example no. O say o papa e out ehun. Similar this me the same thing. Me so when I was young, that means me was I don't say me me tell us say idea na me the mansion here. I will end up in jail.
Wow.
That's what I tell say mansion here. E dey go call. The one that tell us say the one no I say betimi ayampa enti me sha say enti obi a oya wrong bia the first thing I say what o ben no many who say o correct him
no correct
say there because o correct him who
say yeah say the prasa friend can correction no na be yeah
yeah correct you bebre no anytime we correct your mama the woman say about bim So what you call it now? You know who are the quintia amaka wo pesa nka or you right no mani oh by sorry ni ba awofo no bebre ho ana se wofafo no bebre ho a ne dey answer was me bo but all my own who are kwa waye and I'm trying to ade ko na obepe the anu aduro di ama dabi na fi or the bro sa nti say you correct your nkofo no mean ye mo ye kunu o ye yiri mo sometimes they need correction because who say yeah me yiri na me kun enim sa sound like social skills yeah enti o debe ni ai kwasi adani ade awe wa wanti de egu ayi ma asiu enti onye ni se ni se o kan sa na de oya yi no o say wa correct no enti next time na ko ebi go o be say oh e dey me ko me ye o ye de e bi e ye kakra
but I Pastor Patience is that anger will let you miss a lot of joyful things in life. No crepa, because even with correction, I Pastor Fred editor honomo I want one example no. Sometimes you know your correction be no so who correct you be na say wo ade na wo ye no wu ninti ase no wan fa kwan pa so a wo correction no kra be traumatize akola no anasa wo hukafo no from where they were because to say me mienu Sofo me realize say and this is again the training that I had say bia oya ade na me tiana na mama no any lesson na when me say me atiane keke anasa me restricting from the electronics, right? Enti de me sha say me ye ne say bia ene omo betimi ayusu omo iPad no for 2 hours a meka kire ne say me trauma no sometimes no so no e good say instead say wow be find accountability no throw it to them ade a wo ye what do you think should happen de wo ye ade na apese esi akola bi wo ho no ma obe holding himself accountable direct akola bi nso wo ho no ma asem obeka krampo no ubu kra be fumo obeka say nothing. What do you mean nothing there? Why you nothing? Okay, and you know instead say me take the whole 2 hours make a chance okay because of near we ye and ne say ni you know instead say ube use 2 hours of your electronic time no you only going to have 1 hour. 1 hour no ebeye continuously you can earn back the other 1 hour now well lose no as time goes say me changes are then you can earn them back and to say be a mre question me who say and so they can get back 15 minutes into now next time they have an hour and 15 minutes and you know gradually no they can earn it back na say wo kwa na kopem na say we yeah there be you will lose everything for 1 day because I said we use different methods we use the same method now and effective be enti there be because it's akola way we correcting the mistake na say the same way now and no nim say eba because it's any na me wo fa bibu me no me kodin samoni a me dwen ayi a me ye bebu me bu ebebu me no is it worth it mesiane na maye bronso ne ebebro me ye nye bibia biem so a lot since I had to brand said the trauma is a result of us not being able to verbalize how we feel most certainly so we stuff it inside and when we explode it and when we explode it can be dangerous most definitely to say yentiti yemu no eno no e de sa anger chese sa anger no ebro na ya bru yemu bebre nkwala abre mu no eno na build up to that Because you intimate express yourself. Pastor Patience, you're welcome and thank you for asking that question. I won't request you then I will appoint say the beautiful and knowledgeable one. Emma Aquaba. Pastor was you so great. Yes. Oh, wow. I am honored. Yes, I don't know. You late to yeah, but you crap on. They say they may be and Brenneso. So for by 2:30 near close to and answer for saying because I am here, tintin sometimes no be a man who need tintin no cream and name.
Okay. Okay. And this is your manage time no kaka. Yeah. Nti megidi say said yes isua bitterness yi. You be awale for bebree that bitterness. Another course you betimi akan say atabribi na say obi e betray obi a ebono nso onya that bitterness no.
Wow. Are true? No problem.
Well, you know, betimi aba say oni na bre apa japade bi, oni na bre aye bibie a asum mu bi. Afi duru ba bi a na waka che say ade kono kwa na ye no kwa na wo nka ho.
No correct.
Ana wo se power ade no mu. Emo ba ko so afili bitter. After all these years, ebi I say your ba nkwan ma bobo ba mai a wanu nyina no. Waka che me say eni ma yafe de me nka ho. No wo nyina ne ma ebi mu fili sa bitter ne ewo mu.
Wow.
If you say of course number of years I was spending on and now on no fire drink say on no baby and on no chance say on no share japade bi na fe do baby waka che say on ka ho and now do baby what jana si kwam ni nya na e ma ni bebre e feel that bitterness e wo mu and na bi do ho a won hwe ni ya na ko do baby a that ko woni na ho so like Andra e ya o de bre mi woni am ho so a no ba kono ko trust ya na ofa adwi bi say me ma wo kwan na ade na me de wa bra wo kwan wonni I have to find a way either say wo be lose ade na me nya ana say gine be boye
some Sofo but Sofo ansana wo be continue ma me musu asam on say sometimes no asam musia when tragic comes about now. The first thing that so we are Sophie. The expectation I mess at Tiamano, higher, sin will be a onye Christoni. Aya, you be who are soft for say, omo yeni, the omu yeni po. So but it's omu yeni passaya. Right? Enti no ade a obi a wonye Kristo ni betimi aye no wono nso no esan se woye the flesh no woye nipa no wono nso betimi aye bi but aye standards na ye put omo no eno nso kura betimi aye pressure but say yesi wuni suban ana wuni suban
ade ba kwa wo ni say so can nowadays no kana asofo no bi ho a omo
God bless.
Amukọ Bible college yetime kire o musa psychology ni na aka ho because wo be yiri pa wo so sa bi to say marriage counselors ne ya omo ina no omo sua psychology ka ho say be say so bi e wa ware mu na say ne bi ko so how a obetumi atwe na dwen ene ne bibia asi adeprekon no so
but so for yama mu no omo ye the opposite kakra bi amuwo mu na mutimi cancel asorema any adofo nom na omutimi e change se omo yesa also
ade ba ko ne se asofu dwuma na kasa no ehia ambrase because Yesu Kristo na ode ye nyina be kan inwanguo no no o se ye Matthew 11 verse 28 to 29.
What's in Matthew 30?
Matthew 11.
Oh,
Matthew 11. Matthew 11 verse 29 to 30. Mon shebe na mon suami. If you say mejo. na me konua ayembre so nti yes hwɛ ne yensua no a ɔse ɔno ɔdwo he is humble. Jesus Christ ɔyɛ humble, but ayɛ ne kodu baabi na sɛ onyame fa yɛ so anaasɛ onyame fa ɔsɔfo bi so na bia ohun kasa anaasɛ ohun sɛ ɔwɔ dɔm bebree a ɛtumi gyingya no ma ɔhwɛ ni a ɔto Yesu Kristo ahoɔden no twene na ɔnakasa de ne nim de ne nyansa ayɛ a na afei ɔka asɛm afiri Yesu bio, ɔka asɛm afiri ɔno ani mu enti wo ɔsɔfo no anaa wo abɛgyina ɛdɔm no ne sɛ woyɛ ɔsɔfo no nea ɛsɛ sɛ wohu ne sɛ dade nyina no wobɛbrɛ wo ho ase ahyɛ tumi a ɛso ase a ɛne ne Yesu Kristo. Sɛ ama ne saa no a abɔnsɛm a yɛka ne ho asɛm no 1 Peter chapter 5 verse 8 ne sɛ ɔne nam ana ɔno ɔpɔ obi a obenya no nti wansesɛm Bible no ansɛm sɛ ɔnyɛ ɔsɔfo. Woyɛ ɔsɔfo woyɛ hwan o, you are liable sɛ abɔnsɛm bɛtumi ayi so ɛde ayɛ deɛ ɔno pɛ so nti deɛ yɛ ɛsɛ yɛ de sɛ woyɛ ɔsɔfo a woma ngye wo ho ndi bebree, but ɛsɛ sɛ wobrɛ wo ho ase ɛhyɛ Yesu Kristo tumi no ase, because Yesu ɛna ɔbɛkyerɛkyerɛ wo. ɛno nti ɛna berɛ a ɔkɔ no ɔka kyerɛ asuafoɔ no sɛ mekɔ a menya amonyanta, I will send the comforter in the person of Holy Spirit. ɔno ɛna ɔba a ɔbɛkyerɛkyerɛ mo deɛ ɛsɛ moyɛ. nti sɛ woyɛ ɔsɔfo na sɛ abɛnya abɛnya no wokɔ na wogya Holy Spirit no wɔ akyirɛ deɛ a wobɛbrɛ. Ɛsɛ sɛ wode Holy Spirit no ɛnante. wone ne nante a anaasɛ woyɛ Kristoni wɔ ma meyi asɔfo no pɔfo woyɛ Kristoni biara a deɛ ɛsɛ woyɛ ne sɛ de yɛ wode Holy Spirit bɛnante. sɛ woyɛ Holy Spirit si nkyɛn a wobɛka fresh deɛ a ɛne deɛ obi ayɛ no wobɛtumi ayɛ bi. nti asɔfo no do Bible aka sɛ Kristofoɔ yɛ special because obi a wafa Kristo biara no woyɛ special to the extent sɛ one Yesu Kristo mogya no atɔ afiri baabi a na wosi ne ɛnyɛ no ɛde waba tiri afoforɔ mu nti ama wayɛ foforɔ, but ɛsɛ sɛ wohu ne sɛ mogya no tɔ owie no ho konko no Holy Spirit no ɛbɛka wo ho no. sɛ wotu Holy Spirit direction ne twene na sɛ woayɛ deɛ wɔpɛ deɛ a ɛne deɛ ɛbɛyɛ ɔhaw kɛse ama. just like deɛ na yɛhwɛ ne ndra no ɛyɛ sad.
Yeah, I mean it's very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate say that happened. It just blows my mind say nipa bi etimi lose themselves na omukọ that extreme, but enye ade a enwanwa sofo yewo like nipa bebre but say the me aya medwin ho a menti ase ne say mmarima ne mmom bebree are more inclined say omo yi yefa ne say omo eteki omo ho kafo oba no ekra efri no omo kun oba no, because emma no like how many incidents in yenya like emma yefa ne say yesi oba no ekun ni kun no. Normally aya ye kromufo no na say bia be man yare na yes so wa ye be man dra na so wa ma be man bibi no de ku no. Yeah, we not that violence, right? And man
no correct. Ade ba ko ne say remember na ye bitterness na tell bia I know ye dey because odwe one side now on the other side.
Dangerous. Pastor Patience said, yes, it came to my mind after years while remembering that all that loved ones have taken away from me. I wanted to do something bad to him, but I called a friend, talked for 3 years, and my pain and hurt was gone. Then God started giving me ideas to build again. You know, like talking, no, to say, I many be say my kasa too much. Kasa, it relieve a lot of stress because obi wahonoma sometimes in ideation is they just need someone to listen. And effective communication, is entwined with being an active listener. So be can't not so much. Sometimes we shouldn't judge the people because nipa no baby will free bano yenti asie enti aya na ye movie no we are harsh which shouldn't have to be. We are harsh enti na si enya abotre ema ye ho any adofo no any other people no nansem ayimu nso ye ema bi a o ma ware sofo ena omo twempna ena ebi ma ye video na beta abonten oba baako ayo share ne say wodo ne mpena no esen ne ma ne onu ane yamu ma na enti mefa nse odo a woni ma ne kun no nti na etimi ma no ka saa asem na se wonno be ma adenti na wo ne be ma na ewo ena wo yo ba ware for be ma ne nso nim se wo yo ba ware for na I mean, any eja wukun na kwaware wompra no de wompra ne ye ma no se no ema wunye nija. Why? Say people put them say they devalue themselves to that standards and I say they just do certain things because to satisfy their desire. But yenim say we are say ayewe say wo pese wani je e wo wabrabo mu na wunyi cha I say we focus on here all the necessary things and yet your desire. Say near kasi any focus on your desire, yeah. Say near to me more brow.
Yeah, and then last day I come myself say, I didn't believe the question answer about how are you? Because one only by my L. Like I said, oh no, I do not power you say I want to walk. But and you depend now. Odon sa so
Yeah.
You never be over esisi sa the way say what you say it leads to bitterness. The Bible no continue say so no so bufu a and then when we see actually
because I mean I don't know about we are right. Me funny say video about out no wukun eko ho a wa ware ebejina and I will man sunyi no mu kopie so I mean how that is going to affect you a great deal. How can a woman have children and say what dobema esi onuani yamu emma
serious.
Just a serious matter because me maintaining me say 2 minutes be na in fact me way. I'm so wow, what a wow. Seriously. Pastor P said the deeper relationship with the Holy Spirit is very, very important. Pastor Patience, what come as Madria by you so to say, Binyame Somono, na ye komsi komsa. So in Fitiasi, I know not me shadanti nyamiase, like say within media the things that you should feel within. But to say echire no bebeti asese to say yenya mesom no enye say I mean who kwa sorry them the difference I mean me kwa sorry them the worshiping and the praises need pray to say to do something that makes you happy, you enjoy it with other people who feels the same way, no? It's very encouraging. And I feel so nipa bebre adie me who said a man can tree it builds things up, right? And my and ejina be senior a ejina, a tumpong. But it says be a woo fear who made me about sorry you praises song no ade. I mean, if that's what you have to resort to now, it's quite okay because it's me empire baby. Yeah. But sometimes, if it's good to be around people, even if some of them are just church goers and some of them are hypocrites. You can have them like prevent you from that. And to say it taking me sometimes for me to understand that. There was a time not every Sunday me quite sorry. I started doing youth programs where I say we talk about different things. Crisscross talking about the Holy Spirit. Me answer na crisscross is they're talking about the Holy Spirit. I started talking about when it comes to our emotions. To say I went to the other side because that's I'm good with that. And and I said being raised in Ghana to my teenage years and coming to abroad and coming to America, and to say the difference between the outbringing, me use some of that so to try to also share with people. Say like sometimes even some of our parents, they want the best for us, but they don't know how to talk to us. And to say, sometimes na see and so born na omutimi ka edi nkomo se ne pen. But sometimes aya enko se ne ekono because yan kwala ne nso ye mu binom ye nim kasa. So but after my accident, which is 3 years ago, ena me benya jidie mu jidie ewo nyame mu. Because me are very prayerful. Every day I pray. Now obi a say o ye Kristo ni na say bia ade hia no nko a no obo mpaye ne nsaka no agyae mpaebo no enim wow. Because mpaye dey say wo bo no continuously. Say wo ya ade a se wakomam na fa ya ade na enya obi a hotan ema wani mbre obi a jenie wo ya ebema wakumamu ate utiri mate na wani beji ewo wabrabom me obi kasa na ne kasa ede anase wonim kasa with me ehia bibi afri no hono me I will say oba to say I will send you what ni the way she carry herself I na me feel say me me I will say if I can implement na this time I send your papa to say be our style, but it says the one who be the na fa with me in a good way. To me, you can never be the person. To say na nipa so you have to be positive towards the person. And to Sofo, my mema wanu si na ka ofana thought so eso so na yemfa program nko awiye. To say we have to start working on your time. 2:30 no many so into your 2:45.
No, the woman say bitterness no the results no bad. Normally results are if you bitterness move on and shame crime.
No, sir. Or worry bear man from Krata. I see. So
That's the easy cadets. Obi awo na adwin or the worry. Only few. And I say at least by 50% on what you say you the father of kwakusi area. And ever you be and I say and I do our Ghana had you see anyama after kwan your first one. You who anyama nipa ya it me a day bitterness ba. Say a tell be na say only obi ehye bibi ase na say edu ebi na say when yi odiba ko na ye no we so bu ni kwafia wetu ama na raho na why ama onye amije eteso me enu nsu no ye hu say ye ni obi bre na say adeba ko ni ye ni kwa say ye fan say ye nkwa na ye di na ye jai odiba ko na tena baabi we oba woni be ma bre a nfa so oba so amunyina mu ndi yeah, I feel I'll be saying, Obewa Jeans, Obesada for crime, business, not for court, no more Jawaria. Now, where the idea? ana saa na mmarima nso tie bia ɔno nso betumi ne ɔbaa bi abrɛ ebi baabi a na ɔno nso afa kwan bi so ɛno bo ebi wɔ hɔ a sɛdeɛ na sɔfo yi kan if I don't kill your sister I'm fake. Look at this. Very bad.
Right, so hey ebi mu wa akoma bɔni o
nti ɛkyerɛ yɛn sɛ ɛsɛ sɛ yɛhu bitterness no ɔhaw a anaasɛ adeɛ a ɛde ba na afei sɛ ɔhaw no sɛ yɛdi kan yɛ no ebi wɔ hɔ a the result of bitterness no death etumi yɛ baako obi tumi ɛma asɛm gya ne gya hyɛ ne mu ama wanhwɛ ne yɛ a deɛ ɔdibako a ɔyɛ ne partner no obetumi aku no kura afiri hɔ ɛna sɛdeɛ yɛ maame kaeɛ no adeɛ sɛ bitterness no so ba ɛsɛe nneɛma paa obi wɔ hɔ a adeɛ bitumi yɛ ne yaa afei deɛ ohun sɛ adeɛ bi si hɔ a adeɛ ne kun no ho anaa ne yere no ho adeɛ bi wɔ hɔ a ɛsɛe but because of yahudi a wodi nti no ɔnka nkyerɛ no wobɛwu awu wobɛyɛ den ayɛ dɛ I don't care.
Wow.
So obi nso yɛ bitter nso a na ka me da yi baako bɛtu ayi yɛwie mu deɛ but
Sofo fatu or
Proverbs 30 verse 10.
Okay, Proverbs
30 verse 10. Yes. I say enka akwa ho asɛm ɛmfa nkyerɛ ne wura anaasɛ enka akwa ho asɛm bɔne ɛmfa nkyerɛ ne wura ɛnyɛ saa na sɛ kyerɛ ne wura de ma ne hu a ɔbɛkɛsew. A servant ebi a ɔte obi nkyɛn na ebi a ɔyɛ no good but wo pɛ sɛ ofiri ne nkyɛn nti no na waka asɛm akyerɛ ne wura no the same thing applies to ayire no ne kun no yɛ ɔyire bi wɔ hɔ a ɔyɛ so supportive to ne kun but obi wɔ hɔ a ɔpɛ sɛ ɔma ɔmo ntam titi nti na ogu na anim ase kyerɛ ne kun ana ogu na anim ase kyerɛ ne yere ɔse sɛ ba de sa na sɛ ɔkyerɛ ɔba behu sɛ wo na wo tae kyerɛ wo yɛ saa na obetumi akɛsew in the bitterness etimi obi kɛse obi sɛ de odi kankan na ebinom wɔ hɔ a ɔmo nhyira kwan asi ɛsɛn sɛ na ɔmo wɔ bitter anaasɛ ɔmo wɔ bitterness bi wɔ mu a entimi mmie kwan ma ɛmɛtene mu yɛwia deɛ sɛ benya yɛwura saa te bia no mu a yɛmmɔ mpa yɛnka nkyerɛ Jesus na Jesus enyi ɔyɛ obi amfiri yɛ mu because ɔno no ohura mande ɔbrɛ nanso ne nyinaa akyire no Jesus Christ etumi gyina no ogyina no wie ewie ne yie nti mɔmɔ yɛgi bitterness biara mfiri yɛ mu na yɛmbue yakoma mu ɛmfa ama ɛdade na sɛ yɛbue yakoma mu awurade a awurade wa bɛtena yɛawareɛ no mu na awareɛ na yɛ asomdwe awareɛ Nyankopɔn hyɛ awareɛ sɛ yɛbɛnya anyɔnkofa anaa companion a sɛ yɛduru baabi na sɛ yɛyɛ mmerɛ a ɔno nso bɛboa yɛn yɛduru baabi na yɛnyɛ obi kura ne nsere a yɛne yɛku no yɛyere tra hɔ yɛbɛtumi asere but due to ɔbɔnsam nneɛma a wayɛ na bebree ɔde ewurawura awareɛ mu nti amannɛ tabiri kura ka kyerɛ obi sɛ ɔnkɔ wareɛ ɔsɛ o awareɛ deɛ before sɛ ɛmmoa me nti ebinom sɛ mpena twekora ɛsɛ awareɛ but mene ɔmo nyɛ adwen ebi sɛ awareɛ deɛ ɛma woyɛ stable in your life na ɛma nyonyam nso na mmom deɛ wo mu ane sɛ yɛ awarefoɔ mmienu deɛ bɛtumi de yɛn ho ahyɛ mpaebɔ mu yie na yɛama yɛn ho kwan ma nyame asɛm adi anim kan yɛn ne na ɛbɛboa yɛn na ɛtumi ayɛ yɛn yie.
Hey, Pastor Patience, really? You know all of them? Hey, Samo, and Krata Wale, not Odo. And Sofo so Kuni, you didn't so. And his other brother. And Simpi, to say, yeah. Sofo, to say bitterness, no. You're connecting into a anger because it's a mma bebree ne mmarima bebree no aya emotionally no very hard for them ɔmo de nso ɔmo bɛgye ato mu sɛ ebufuo etimi ɛma saa yaw no ɛnso build up right abrɛfoɔ ɛna te sɛ obi disappointed ɛno nso etimi ɛma nipa enya yaw any ebufuo wo mu na sister ya to bra earlier no ka say your community no ye hia anger management pa anger management no no correct enu de ye hia wo mu pa because ye mu bebre we have so much emotional verbal/emotional mental/psychological emotions most of us are overwhelmed with it. Into to say, the fan say about our real more, right? Yenim say bitterness affect healthy relationship and healthy marriages, right? Even Bible muno krampo Bible aka ekwanya emma Bible are talking about bitterness where say wukrawa some Bible scriptures are yebetimi akoka ne yenye ase, right? But bitterness no enye healthy for our rear. And as I healthy, it will nipa abrabo because a bit to me, I hurt it will nipa your physical being. Because sometimes in your maybe one no ma ye who enqua a true and ye down the years ahead, how it's going to affect us people now around us, say you're finding coping skills. Coping skills will be saying learning to have active listener. So when you will be kasa, na so be kasa, we be tie asam na nipa ne kano. Sani nipa ne kano no. Sometimes disregard sani nipa ne kano. Ebi nipa no nim kasa. Redirect the person actually nipa ne say asama wo kan nyansa wo mba bufo na etachire no emwa into tobu asinyamre. Who redirected the person. Learning effective communication. Afin so no to say ye din komo de won ti ase no ubusa questions. So sane e bia nipa ne pa akere. Ye nim sa de ne ye. Se obi kasa ne ti ase a ye musa questions. E very sad. Say etimi basa. Oh. Wow. Oh, okay. This is the one. Family have the spirit of anger. Hey, some new. When you have spirit of anger, me spirit of anger. I don't have that no more. No, it's not good to have that. Very bad. Sister Yato Bra said that is so tragic. My sister, as some way say the encanicus you, but Pastor Patience, Pastor P, you should drop away Proverbs 29:25. Or say, bitterness brings fear too, and fear brings snails before us. Man, that is right. Yeah. Let me see. I see a shiadio. Na ye sum no. I see ye polishing because you say usum nyame, we ye nyame nipa. Na we ye Christo ni na se we Christo sum no to please people. Na wakoma mu ni witiri mu ntia de wu ye nyina wo ye no kwa emwa wo kwan bia so you killing yourself softly because your inside outside of you to people it looks beautiful and it's acceptable but your inside is dark enough wona wunimu tibia enti omo to say me Google me pe Google post say ma call wikipedia.org wo person mu siamwa about resentment or say is bitterness an emotion. Let's say resentment also called recommend or bitterness is a complex. It's multi-layered emotion that has been described as mixture of disappointment, disgust, anger, and fear, which Pastor Patience just talk about fear over there. Other psychologists consider it a mood or as a secondary emotion, including cognitive elements that can be elicited in the face of insult and or injury. Hey, That is huge. How also then, what does bitterness mean? Having or being a taste that is sharp. And no made the mind, and I don't want to a repetition. Or say us and I we say so yeah. Release resentment in 5 steps. From Vicky 8 idwellpalmer.com, and it's all together. Or say here are 5 steps to release and let go of resentment. Acknowledge resentment, identify where you have power, take action where you have power, release anything over which you don't have power. Make gratitude a daily habit. I'm going to make gratitude a daily habit. Now, I'm sure some people are resenting me. It be more rough. But me, Sofo. Me time with the enyo. Me fan me etie for me dada. Me time cry. But in common I mu drop mu man common too much. This I had to brand so no drop because on pesi be free so. This I had to brand say self-righteousness and hypocrisy is something we really have to work on. We need to work on our hearts. Which is very true because say wakuma muntia bibie ni hon ma wo ya ebeko yi ama because say bia obi aya ade ama na aka say wo da ase na emereko a sa na ase na ade ama no Sofo you don't mean it na nipa ne ka say nyame nhira kra sa nhira na be banso of you ana say me intro
no say akuma no Jeremiah as a 17 9 no oka say me say akoma no e odada akwo nti se de bia de want me an work on your heart na o hwe de ohun nko a wakoma be daada e mo akoye nema bia eni kwa say wo ye nti se yen say de bia no yakoma no ye hu adwuma ama se bufo ne ba ada say bita ne ba yetimi hu se de be say ye be ye hu adwuma sa de me hu say sister ya say odi efam say bi na bi nya no yakoma no se say ye ma ye hu adwuma ye ma muti because we hu adwuma ne na ma akoma ne muti why na hu adwuma dia ye de gare fu but say wo dem and wo fi one pra ho for some days no you ube hu that ye ben say dust ne ne ma but of course de bia o pra fi ho a I say we ye fi no hu adwuma nti akoma no so de bia no o pra ne ma anya ne firi mu a na ne papa ne bom e ba betina ase and obenya good heart.
Yeah, and to say we say no, all them almost say 12 steps to let go of grudge, which is from Wellness US News. And I say, how do you let go of someone you hate? hate the word hate. I say it is time to get unstuck. Number 1, I say the unforgiving. Number 2, steps for letting go. Number 3 is acknowledge the hurt. You were wrong, and that is real. 4, it says decide to forgive. And then forgiving someone who hurt you is a gift you give to yourself. Most definitely. I've been there, I've done that, and it's amazing feeling. Number 5 is realize forgiving isn't condoning. So what the child and no interest at the end of the panny no go for there be. And also ask yourself why. At the end of man no a bass and any petty minya who time a year with your way. Number 7, also consider the trade-off. Number 8, actually let me be a crab because it doesn't give me all. Number 8, what is 8? Okay. Number 8 was see don't let anger define you. Hey, as some way say you move braka. Don't let your past and everything define you. Number 9 was see pay attention to feedback. That's where your active listening should kick in. So will be sama tienye asama nipa ne kano tienyan say wom and because the truth hurts, right? And you pay attention to feedback. Not see close friends and partners often serve as sounding boards as you rehash painful details of past grievance, which is so bad. We just have to. He says even the most patient listeners grow weary. However, when people in your life suggest you are getting stuck, it is time to find a new narrative. No crepa. And number 10 was he change the conversation, because it's a woman didn't come up in sisano. Number 11, which is something my year for some time. Practice letting go. Practice make you perfect. Because idea will have a hard time. No? So for me, many my ya casta rough. Hey, if you are on matches, so be ni kura no be pure or for senses there where you're crazy. And number 12. Hey, and I said, man, can numbers ni. It's a skip when a month fancy me ben some man can numbers ni mabubu so. I was a slog of victimhood. And no the Ghana for a movie we want to be victims. Assembly or honum ni kwan say ye victim send your young for be feel sorry for you now because say and yet don't ever make yourself a victim. When you go through challenges now, most challenges makes you stronger. And I'm sure Pastor Patient can attest to that, right? Pastor Patient, embrace yourself. That's good. Build grace, which is something that I suffer no more can be brave. Any a Christopher, a GD for non Kasankasa, mean can charlatans, mean can ye. Omono say, I don't know which planet they came from, but they build grace. Ain't you know to say, these are some of the things now you can do to not hate someone, to not get stuck, right? Ain't you know, Sofo me pacho so ubeka last one that's also not say a jawab on paya my na yeah close for today.
Yo, where yeah, I said, Nina, the idea go on. I saw Kaka, ya can say, Bible we be see Jacob Niniano, ba Munia Baba Cope, Diana. Na Obi, I ran to the friend Shechem, or tone, no repuno. In Genesis 34, verse 25 to 30, no, so being at that, Kaya. Bufui. And I'm reacting to the only panny later no about papa the crown a calcium for being bitter and the almost reacting it the yen and then they say about me so I will be a so only obi aye baby nature but one I now so with God no all things are possible.
No correct. Hey, that's my favorite scripture. When did I make 1926? I know dear.
A child said, Bibia, you are over, or the mean to me, why any yen. And the Mama young Cossa for your home to a radisu. Now I didn't yet to the to me, Bibia will be ye do we are because bitterness never a sea umpire walking. Ma unhu nyame anyu onyam ye gan sa nyame de becha ye na nyame aboa ye se de nyame aboa ye ade abredui be de kan ye se enuanom ene asofo no ma mu nyina abode mu adwene mu bia ba ye nso yesu bibia efrem ho sa na Kristo ehye ye nsa se ye nso bibi fu ye ho ene de betumi ama yetumi agina yie ama Kristo asampa no nso etumi adi nkunim na di hini se Everybody, my holiday, and so do we, and then our tunes. We did say, but my son, you have to Germany and also.
No, pray. Ye didn't come on a yes, dear. And to say, the one thing I can say is say, Adofonum, like, all the productive contribution. I mean, you guys don't know because sometimes, a contribution now what the better one, and also yet me fa Eddie a can't in common. Ye didn't come. A bishop who by us in fa linking in bro, my sending link, you never came through, but that's okay. Crisscross, you missed majority. Actually, no, she did not. I knew she's been there from beginning. She was just listening and not saying much because most of the time, so for Sano, last time I'm for so this no was from beginning. Actually, no entire. Amen. For real. And Pastor Patience, Sister Ya Atubra, Awo, Sister Ama, to say maybe. Dr. Joe Kinsley, hey, my dear Obed, welcome. Adofo mu nyinaa mo a mo share mo contribute to ye no. Yeda mu nyinaa ma se nyame nhyira mu nyinaa onto mo nkwam omo mo ho ban from this pandemic ekoso no. Minim say mo a mo ni US ne de mo de more taking extra precautions, because you guys have emotional intelligence. Yes, New York, sending hating, yes, most of us, activating emotional intelligence for us to like protect ourselves. Into your more my so protect ourselves, that's on them. Sister Baba Aqua, welcome also. Brother Isaac Asare also say adofo no bi wo hono ma mo mudin a enye boapaye and my dear Fidelis Obed D Mudino last name no mi hu se minyi gene ni free mo se minya den sister Vida amponsa mo fedia mu nyina me mamo mu nyina makwaba. Nti no mu a mutimi joy brother Franco wusu buaten kwaba sister Sarah Abuna is also me kwaba sister Savior Sewa Buama. Hey sister Alithia Dolly, what ha say the man who amanfo wo kromo. Ye wo krom sa pepe. Oh wow, my dear Smart John, welcome. I see. Hey, Ebi to me create some names. So, Brother Tony Justice, welcome, sister, dear sister, Ophelia, Cynthia Avado. Hey, sis, me who watch you, Apomu eti saying, and Pastor Fred, and Nancy, one so yeah, that's a no contribution. What they who bed drop back when I would drop it, bomb no, just say the way it carry no. And I'm see about here 3 hours. The way they carry, really awesome because I think we don't understand the difference between correction and punishment or abuse. Processing that for sometimes figure things out, how to overcome. And normal bit me to overcome bitterness, Yensia and normal beboy, send ye near Hokafo, ni pe ben ye becassa, ye beshia or do amaye home, and near Hokafo nom, and your men koya, ye bit me at nas discuss, talking about it in a respectful manner. Being committed, staying committed to your relationship. Men worry, and I say men now worry be asset, and I say relationship be asset, and I say enabling other poor, bad characteristic. Just say to certify people. Me no, I want to make sure say the Okoso my brabo manage my problem because if we have to like certify other people, they'll be and so be any. And yada masipa nyame nhyira mu nyinaa sɛnea sɔfo kan next week nyame adom a yɛbɛhu wonim sɛ me anɔpa no meba me ne sɔfo ba me yɛ gentle no dancing but sɛ me nkoa me ba deɛ a they come and boogie what juice plus ne nso no wopɛ sɛ lose weight, we balance weight, now we gain weight. Flemme. What's to say a friend send me a message through messenger. Yes, I'll get back to you. Open so want me WhatsApp number, WhatsApp me. Why? Because the next for no by taking it easy. They say my no consistently in so no result amenya no many agye ho pa. Say mu hu se me look sexy kakra and then me buy me the yi at me come change at me come send you be look a bit different. Once in a while we will have to change the look a little bit. And to suffer my ready for one bible. This I had to read. Yamishra contributing. Those were like really productive contribution. Yamishra munina. You be saying
Yɛbɔ mpaeɛ yɛagya wɔ soro anwummerɛ nso ayɛyie nka wo din.
Amen.
Woyɛ nyame de wohyɛ biribiara ase a yɛde wo wie nti yɛde wohyɛ aseɛ nso woamɛyɛ wie asomdwe mu. Yɛhyɛ wo anuonyam daa. Yɛkɔ so a yɛbɔ mpaeɛ de yɛn ho hyɛ wo nsa sɛ na ɔtorofoɔ yi a wode yɛbɛhyɛ aseɛ nso onyame bɛyɛ yɛ adom ayɛ yɛn mmoa ahwɛ yɛn so. Yɛn mu bi a wɔkɔ adwuma, yɛn mu bi nso a wɔyɛ adwuma firi fie. Wɔn nso a wɔhwere wɔn sika ne wɔadagye wɔ dwumadie ho. Yɛbɔ mpaeɛ sɛ na wɔtwe yɛbɛkɔ bi yɛbɛde wɔhyɛ wɔn anan mu. Ama na wɔtwe sɛ nnɛ nso wasan gyina wɔn nam nso de aba betu anamɔ. Yɛde wiase da no nyinaa hyɛ wo nsam srɛ wo sɛ yɛre a Awurade ama no ho wɔ wiase. Onkwa na ɔyaresafo nti kasa ma ayaresa mmra. Hyɛ wo din kronkron anuonyam na yɛsɛ yɛbɛhyɛ wo anuonyam wɔ berɛ asɛm. Yɛbisa wei wɔ Yesu Kristo din mu. Wadom nti amen.
Amen. Praise be to God. Hallelujah. My Holy Ghost Spirit is coming. And say me Baba have a behind closed Sofo you in here so be free so we were talking behind and stay there. Sister Ayasa, God bless you too. Yeah, thank you for an insightful program. But I want to thank you for your contribution. My program yɛde nyame gya mu nyinaa yɛda mo ase so momma yɛmmoa yɛn building each other up. Why not to tear each other down? Nti so obi anyɛ biribi a yɛn find ways to support the person. Nti no momma bye. Why? Okay, Chris Cross, I send you the link. Can you call in?